Here are 65 AI tools you have to know if you want to make a sale.
Yeah, I'll pass.
Well, hello. It's that time. It's that time. Let's check it. You can all hear me okay?
Here are 65 AI tools you have to know if you want to make a sale.
Yeah, I'll pass.
Well, hello. It's that time. It's that. That sounds good. Friar Dag. Hello, mate. How you doing? Good to see you. Are you fine and well? We will be having the commentary on in the background as well.
I'm a big fan of John. But this has been a massive thing for England over the years. I remember when I was there a few years ago, it was huge.
So looking forward to this. This live. I really am. Cannot wait. Just getting Rob. Do. Hello, Rob.
Yep. Looking forward to tonight's game.
I am
First one I'll ever watched live.
I know it's gonna be good. I tell you what. How good was it listening to Elton Wellesby?
He takes me back because I remember Elton from my teen and sort of grown up years, 20, 30, 40.
Fantastic
Yeah.
listening to him, and he just seems such a good guy, doesn't he?
He does. He's a big Everton fan, always has been.
Mm-hmm.
Scouser. He's either going to be red or blue. Just so happens he's blue. Probably means he doesn't like Newcastle that much.
But it's great. I mean, you could sit and just speak to him for hours, couldn't you?
Yeah. Well, that's it. You could, and it's the same with Barnsley. You can sit and talk, or you could sit and talk to him for hours because he's got that many, that many bits and bits of knowledge and bits of story.
Yeah, fantastic. You could have stayed on Rob's channel,
No,
Rob,
well,
you could have.
he's got Scotty and Donna doing that one with him. So
right, okay.
I told him earlier on. I said I'll come in for the preview, but I'll jump off and go on to Cabbie's live watch along.
It's going to be good fun, hopefully. Hello, Friar Dak, how you doing? Colin Major, how you doing? Hello, Steve, SAFC. Gary Hoyle says R.I.P. Eric Roy. R.I.P. Eric Roy, former Sunderland player.
I thought I knew that name.
We'll be able to have
recently after losing Tino Livramento.
The commentary on the background as well, which is good. No restrictions either because it's the BBC thingy and it's the World Cup and it's available all over.
Yeah. And it's live on ITV anyway, so
it is. Yeah. I used to go to the big bars, where it was full. But I don't know. Is it because you're getting older? You just want to be sort of a bit more chilled out places watching it?
I think it's getting older, mate. Yeah, my view.
Are you looking forward to tonight? Then I'm positive. I'm positive. The teams are walking out now.
Yeah, I am. It's I'm not confident of an England win. It'd be interesting to see how this team play because it's not a normal England. Well, it's not a historically normal England team. It'd be interesting to see how they play. But the old adage, do not lose your first game.
I know.
Might apply. Which is why I think a draw's fairly possible.
I mean, even if you lose your first game, I mean, look at Argentina. They lost against Saudi Arabia last World Cup and they won it. They won the tournament.
Yeah, you only need 3 points to get 3 points and a positive goal difference. You've got an 85% chance of progressing.
Yeah.
So
that's it. It's. I mean, obviously the group stage matter, but the knockout stages is where it's really tasty, isn't it? Siddiqui had a really good game when he came on for a DR
Yeah.
Congo earlier and should have started. Yeah, they played well. The Portuguese fans looked absolutely stunned at full time. They looked so fed up. They were just expecting to win that, weren't they?
Well, to be honest, I think Ronaldo's too old.
Right, we've got the national anthems playing now. I can't play it on YouTube because
I'll
get it taken off. Hello,
Yeah.
and Devon Mackem's just popped in. Hello, Devon Mackem.
Oh, hello there. Fancy him being here, eh? Yeah, just hi, Colin, Dak, Steve, Gary. Hope you're doing all right, guys.
How's Bounty doing?
Bounty's fine. He's down the stairs because I didn't tell him I was doing a tube with CABBIE. So just give me 1 second.
No problem. CABBIE, how do you get on? Are you on Facebook, Colin? Do. You're on Facebook, aren't you? Are you on? You've contacted us in some which way, shape, or form.
There's your pal, Stu.
How you doing, Bounty? How you doing?
He's had his bobbly put in for the football.
He's had his bubble. Yeah, Colin's saying, how do I get on? I don't know if Colin is Colin on Facebook or Well, all I need to do is send you the link, and you've just got to click on the link, and how you do. That's how you do.
Yeah.
He has rang us a few times. I think he's on here, you know.
Yeah.
He is, yeah. He is, yeah. Just click on that link. If you've got a camera or anything, Colin, you're welcome to come on, man. Yeah, YouTube, yeah. Just click on that link, and you join the Zoom meetings. And of course, you just need to turn your microphone on, your camera on, or you don't even need your camera. You can just have your audio if you want. So it's absolutely fine. So we're nearly there. It's kind of a sort of, I don't know. It's how are you feeling? I mean, usually like you're nervous, Rick, but you don't get that the first group game, do you? You don't get that sort of really.
No, it's
anxiety.
Like I say. I mean, to be honest, I'm not even sure who's in England's group, other than Croatia. I'm assuming we've got two smaller nations in the group, along with England and Croatia. So you'd expect both of these teams to go through, but I think it'll be a bit cagey.
I do agree.
Oh. Then Elliot Anderson and Declan Rice, Noni Madueke, Jude Bellingham, Anthony Gordon, and Harry Kane. So no place in
We
the
just
team
need to do a sound check that you can hear me and Rob and everybody else okay.
Morgan Rogers,
as well as the
Bericiezi, they are all substitutes. And the Croatia team, they're in blue for this match, the all blue kit with the white trim. Dominik Livakovic is their goalkeeper. Three central defenders, Šutalo, Vuskovic and Gvardiol.
Yeah, I'm doing a live stream.
Then the right wing back, Josip Stanisic, who plays with Harry Kane at Bayern Munich. Then Luka Modric, who played with Harry Kane at Tottenham.
Thanks, Steve. Ghana and Panama, like I said, two smaller nations, but Ghana can turn it on when they're certainly they used to. A few years back, Asamoah Gyan was a big feature for them and Sunderland, of course,
Yeah,
for a short while.
absolutely. Drop down. Settings. I'm just trying to get the score. Red cards. There we go. Don't want any red cards for us today, do we?
No, no. No, well, ideally not.
I do love the World Cup. Like it's.
Yeah, no. Normally, I'm quite keen on watching the games, but so far this year, I haven't watched a full game. I've watched highlights, but I haven't seen a full game.
On the 7th day, England are finally getting a piece of the action.
They play music, don't they? It's a pain in the backside. They play music right until the very ball's kicked.
Yeah.
And England are ready to go. Declan Rice will get the first.
I mean, YouTube will even pick up on tinny noises from the speaker system in the stadium.
Yeah. Yeah.
To right, as England once again try to do what they last did in 1960.
Oh, he's looking old now, is Modric, isn't he?
The 12th
Gail Platt, you mean?
World Cup Finals tournament.
Yeah.
England have been to over those now 60 years of hurt. And Declan Rice gets the first touch of the ball. He plays the ball all the way back to Jordan. Over those now 60 years of hurt. And Declan Rice gets the first touch of the ball. He plays the ball all the way back to Jordan Pickford, who is all in yellow. Pickford left-footed.
I'm just getting this thing
Looks
ready.
Looks like a big pitch.
Yeah, it does.
Pickford left-footed launches a ball to the edge
Which
of the
might be
Croatia
good,
penalty area.
as we've got two
where
off
it is
these
headed away.
positions.
Madueke is onto this, but the ball
I'm just getting 5
deflects out
lights
of play off
synced
Jude
with the
Bellingham, and it's a throw to Croatia on the edge of their own box.
Yeah, we see that quite often from England. They always go long from the kick-off, and I think it's a tactic that they will use in this tournament. Yes, they will look to play out through the back to break the lines, like we like to talk about, and play the ideal way through the lines. But actually, with Jordan Pickford, they've got a goalkeeper who can distribute long and accurate.
Oh, fantastic!
John Stones chases after the ball and passes it back to Jordan Pickford, who is chased after by Petr Musa. There's a bit of debate about whether he would play up front for Czech Republic or Budimir, Ante Budimir of Osasuna, who's another of the experienced heads. But Zlatko Dalic has gone with Petr Musa, who has done very well this year and last year for FC Dallas, not far from here. Ball's played back to Pickford and by Elliot Anderson. And now Pickford again passing the ball out from the back over to Nico O'Reilly, who gets his first touch over there on the left-hand side, plays it back into the penalty
Starting
area.
off deep, Rob.
And,
Hello, John.
A little awkwardly,
Yeah,
John
very
Stones
deep.
under pressure. The Croatia presses on.
John.
England clear it only partly away, and then actually there's a little slip there as it was played back, and it's a cheap corner.
That's a bit scrappy from England. That's a start.
For England, the first corner of the match.
Yep, very.
And really, that's
see,
a present for
they were messing
Croatia.
about at the back.
Yeah, Elliot Anderson
Give
got
a
himself
corner
in a
away.
real mess there. They were trying to overplay England. John Stones, who was the guilty
hope they
party
don't
at the
punish
time,
us from it.
played it back to Jordan Pickford, who in turn played out to Elliot Anderson, who's in a really difficult spot. He'd initially done well and tracked his runner into the box to win possession back, but they did try and overplay there. England caused their own problems.
Giving away a corner, an early corner for Croatia. You've just joined us on 5 Live. 0-0. First few seconds of the match. Perisic is trying to rearrange the furniture over there. He's kicking it at the advertising hoarding to move it back. Perisic with a corner, swings in left-footed, and it's lifted up with a volley at the back post,
And
which
Mark Clare
never
at the back
threatened the
post there
goal.
as well.
But it disappeared high over the top of the crossbar
settle
from
down
the
a little bit,
angle
don't they?
by Shutalo, the
Yeah.
right-sided central defender.
Concerning for England. A decent free in-swing
Yes,
corner
they are
from
playing
Perisic
at
on
home
the
with
far
Dallas
side, but
Cowboys.
Sutalo found himself completely free.
That's who it
Right at the
was.
back
Right.
tip of the 6-yard box. He wasn't picked up. All the England
It's like a
defenders
big
were dragged
stadium,
towards
right?
the near post. We talked about England's attacking set plays. They should have the height to defend the set plays. I think there's only Reece James and Elliot Anderson in this side who are under 6 foot, so it is an option that they can use at both ends.
Nico O'Reilly wins a free kick after the wins a throw-in after the England goal kick. Nico O'Reilly, who's making his first appearance at a World Cup. In fact, there's a whole host of them. Ezri Konsa, as Pickford just passing it out. O'Reilly, James, Anderson, Gordon, Madueke, This for all of them is their first match at a World Cup finals
We'll look
tournament.
nervy, Rob. We'll look nervy.
They do.
But
They
England
do.
have lost it again, and Perisic now down the left plays it into the penalty area, but Rice is there with the cover, and then Rice can't get it away either. This is excellent pressing from Croatia. England have barely been out of their own half so far.
It's a really good press, but from England's point of view, you don't keep doing what's not working. You know, it's early on in the games, your nerves are at play. You know, you don't put the ball at risk in those types of areas, put the ball in an area higher up the field, miss the press, and then try and play further up to start the game. Wait till the game settles.
That's Paul Robinson, England World Cup goalkeeper, 41 caps. We're watching the Arsenal man, Noni Madueke, in the side with Bukayo Saka only on the bench for this opening match. Noni Madueke says a Premier League winner. 15 of this England squad have won trophies this season, and indeed 22 of them since the start of last season. Madueke plays it in field. He was looking for the run of Bellingham, but that was overhit, misplaced. Madueke wins it back though. Here is Kane in the deep line position, passes the ball forward, looking for the run from Anthony Gordon, now of Barcelona, of course, keeping his Barcelona teammate Marcus Rashford, if he is to be that on a permanent basis. We'll see. Out of the team for this opening game, and Croatia clear it away from the back. This is
Apparently the
the
stadium can hold
Pickford's come a long
8,000.
way and just gets there with his left foot to slice
Hello,
the
Carl
kick,
Stewart, you all
and the
right?
clearance towards the halfway line.
Really good piece of goalkeeping from Jordan Pickford. He was alert, he was alive. His initial starting position was what allowed him to read that through ball. It was an excellent reading of the through ball. At first it looked like he'd gone too early, but he made the right decision, got there and got the clearance in for England. Good piece of goalkeeping from Jordan Pickford.
England 0, Croatia 0. Yes, Pickford and Stones in the starting lineup, as they were throughout World Cup 2018, Euro 2020.
Yeah, the first group game, isn't it? It's not as anxious, is it, as it's like the knockout ones.
No. Well, like I was saying just before we went live, Stu, with 3 points and a positive goal difference means you've got an 85% chance of going into the knockout stages. So you could technically lose 2 and win 1 with a big score, and you go through.
I don't think any team's not gone through on 4 points, have they?
No, 4 points guarantees you go through.
Good challenge.
Yeah, Clement Turpin, whose selection caused a bit of discussion because he once sent Thomas Tuchel.
I'm not
3
bothered
years
that
ago
Croatia's had a
in
fast
the
start, to be
Champions
quite
League
honest
match,
with you.
but
I mean,
he's
you
refereed
know,
Tuchel.
it means we can start to
Most
come
these
into our
players, he's one
game.
of the top referees in Europe, and here he is refereeing this match.
You know, the last few tournaments we've started off really well against the likes of Croatia, Italy. We've scored early, and look what happened.
It wasn't quite
Yeah,
reverse, but
yeah.
he was very pleasant.
Yeah. Top referee.
Yeah, it's.
Not top.
I mean, to be honest, you don't know what the conditions are like in the stadium. I would guess it's probably fairly warm.
Air-conditioned.
But I was going to say it's America. It's probably an air-conditioned stadium anyway.
It's
It's
indoors.
probably too cold. Probably too cold for them.
They've got the roof on.
The 2 centre backs, and Mark Gay watching
Yeah.
on the bench.
Tell you what though, Rob,
Probably
it's about time England had the World Cup again though, isn't it? I mean, USA's had it twice now, 94 and now. I mean,
I was just alive. I was 4 the last time they won it. Well, the only time they won it.
you wouldn't have been at the pub watching that.
No. I think it was on the TV, but it was in black and white now. But it would have been. We only had a black and white telly in those days. So
the 23-year-old former Newcastle man. Here's Reece James, very much first choice for Thomas Tuchel as the right back. James going back into his own half. Reece James, 25th cap tonight for
Hello
him.
to the 9 watching,
As
hit the
ball is
thumbs
played
up,
through by
click the
Elliot
thumb, thank
Anderson
you.
looking to
Listening
Kane.
to
Bounces off.
Rob
Anderson's
and
onto
Bounty
this
the
as
dog
well, middle of
and
the
Malcolm
half.
Cabby.
England fans interested.
He's
Madueke on the
going to
right. First
get
time
off
into the
down
penalty
on.
area for him, Madueke.
No,
Lays
he's
it
in
back
the
to James.
he's in the
ball
other
in.
room,
Took a
Stu. I
deflection
don't know
which
if you can say
tipped it
that.
high across the penalty area. Kane gets it down and
He's
shoots.
lying on the floor in the other
Deflection.
room. It's a bit cooler in there.
Wide of the goal by 6 or 7
Yeah,
yards.
yeah.
And a corner to England there first.
First real good piece of play from England, creates a chance down the wide areas. I think that's where England are going to get most of their joy, you know, with Madueke down the right and Anthony Gordon on the left. With Croatia playing this back 5, they're going to have to move the ball wisely, cleverly and quickly, and that was a good piece of play from Madueke down the right.
So Declan Rice is going to take the corner from the right.
It's crazy, yeah, it would be crazy if it was in England,
Normally
definitely.
with Arsenal, we'd
Oh,
see
it would be
Madueke or
mental.
Saka swinging it in, but it's Rice with an outswinger from the right-hand side for England's first corner of
Come
the
on, lads,
tournament.
let's get a good
Set
corner in
pieces,
it. Away.
you'd think be so important. Rice plays it in. Attempt by Konza to head it down. That was blocked. Oh, a high challenge on the edge of the penalty area.
Penalty!
It's a
Penalty.
to
Yeah.
England!
The ball bounced
Well.
high. The Croatian foot came up. It might have been Modric, you know, who put that challenge in on Madueke. It was sort of...
Well.
Oh, yeah, he did give him a good kick on the thigh, so... But it wasn't... I don't think it was intentional to kick the player. It just happened to be the player got the ball away from him and got kicked. So, still a penalty, but...
Come on,
I
Kane.
don't think there was much intent there.
Not knowing the England man was there. Madueke got there first. Modric made contact with Madueke instead of the football, and the referee's
I'm confident with Kane here, like, are you?
Reasonably.
Kane
He has
doesn't miss.
missed-
He
he
doesn't
has-
really miss. does he?
He has missed the odd one before, hasn't
To
he?
take the lead.
In
Harry
crunch
Kane has
games.
got World Cup penalty history, though, remember. 4 years ago in Qatar.
I think Italy
Don't
in
forget what
the
happened to that
Euros
penalty, if
final,
you can,
wasn't it?
against France
He
in the
missed a pen.
quarter-finals. So now here we are, 4 years on. Penalty to England. Inevitably, it's Harry Kane. After his brilliant season of his life with Bayern Munich, Kane stands 1 foot in front of the other and then comes up a little...
And he missed it.
Saved by Livakovic, diving down to
Oh
his
my
left.
God.
And Livakovic is surrounded by his teammates. And Harry Kane
Oh,
fails
dear
at the
me.
World Cup
Could
from
be
the
a
penalty
retake.
spot.
It's not his usual standard, Harry
He's
Kane.
missed the penalty.
Referee's just putting his hand to his ear, though. Whether
I know,
whether
VAR
the
checks for the
goalkeeper moved
penalty.
early or not. We hope for England's sake they're going to get a lifeline, but they are checking it on VAR.
Oh, it is being
was
checked.
It was a stuttering run-up from Harry Kane. His usual stance, not his usual, necessarily his smooth run-up.
Oh, it's a quick decision here. There's the rectangle in the air. I think it's going to be retaken.
It's gonna be
We're just
retaken.
waiting to hear now from Clement Turpin.
Goalkeeper is out of the line. Finally,
Yeah,
see
there's
the
two
right.
Croatia players in the area.
It's going to be retaken.
Oh, ho, ho,
That
ho.
is very tight.
Remember Burnley away against with Sunderland, Rob?
Yeah, unfortunately I do. Two penalties missed.
Harry Kane usually blasts it in the top corner.
What an opportunity for
Yeah.
him now. Very unlucky for the goalkeeper. We're talking
They'll just keep
millimetres if it
retaking
was.
this until he
His
scores it.
heel was probably raised off the line. But even so, we're just seeing a replay. Yeah, it's clearly.
He is. What
he
is
is
he?
off the
About
line.
3 inches up the front of the
Oh, I'm
line.
But let's
saying
face
that,
it, though,
in that frame
the
that we've
keeper's
seen, the ball is already
Keeper
on its
did
way.
well.
It's close.
Yeah.
That is
the
very
ball's on its
close.
way. But
Yeah.
listen,
Close.
thank you, VAR.
It's not the
Thank you very
keeper's
much.
fault.
We'll take
It wasn't
that
the
one. 10
keeper
minutes
that
into the
moved
game.
before the
Let's have
ball
another
was
go,
kicked.
please.
It was the fact there was
VAR for
Croatian
England
players
fans.
in the
All
box
is forgiven.
before the ball was kicked.
Right, here we go. Second time round, retaken penalty.
This one's
Harry
high
Kane
and in the
waits
corner.
now. Still we wait. Starts the run up.
Yeah.
Right-footed, sends it
Get in!
This time,
Get in!
the ball goes one way. Livakovic goes to his right.
Get out of jail
the
card
other
there,
way,
aren't we?
And England score.
Has-
England take
has
the
Colin
lead in
come
the
back in
12th
yet?
minute. And Harry Kane
don't know,
and
he's just
Thomas
vanished.
Tuchel and his team are off and running at World Cup 2026. England 1, Croatia 0. Who scores the first goal? Harry Kane.
That's better, Harry. That's how you take them. Same side, same run up,
dear me.
same strike, but a lot better contact. Deep into the bottom left-hand corner. Goalkeeper tried to read him. He
Think
thought
he's not
he'd
gonna
change
save
his
that
way,
one.
Go the other side.
No.
He didn't. He stayed cool, calm, and confident. Stuck with the same technique, better execution, and England won up early in this game.
Anybody can miss
And
penalties. I
England
mean,
players just
remember
returning to the
Oh,
halfway
yeah.
line.
Mbappe
Great.
missed one couple
Yeah.
or so,
A
didn't he, in the last?
retaken penalty.
Yeah.
But that, for the record,
Yeah, Mickey
makes
Gray
it
missed one as well.
68 goals for club and country this season. It makes it. It extends his record to 16 goals at either World Cup or European Championship finals tournaments. It's his 9th goal at the World Cup as the ball is played back to Livakovic, who had to be quick. So Gary Lineker now holds that England record of scoring at World Cups by 10 goals to 9. And it is also his 12th goal in his last 13 England appearances. Not the first time he scored the first goal for England at a World Cup. He did that for Gareth Southgate against Tunisia back in 2018. but that's the ideal settler for England after a nervy moment or two.
And you can put another stat in your book, John, because it's just flashed up on the big screen that penalty went in at 122 kilometres per hour.
Ooh, Madueke, who won the penalty, was almost released there by the pass from inside the England half. And also his 80th
certainly been
goal
dramas at the start,
for
hasn't it?
England, for the
Yeah.
record scorer on the day that he wins his 115th cap, which makes him third on the all-time appearance list, equal with David Beckham.
Do you think the keeper
I think that's enough numbers.
does actually have much of an advantage
though,
if he's off his line like that?
It was a lively start. The ball was getting changed possession.
Not really.
Very,
A
very
good
quickly.
penalty, your
Both
keeper
teams were
shouldn't
trying to
reach
press,
it.
and neither had any real
Bad
sustained
penalty,
spells
he'll
of
probably
pressure.
save it.
Whereas that for England, you just hope that will settle the nerves
Ask,
down.
ask the Brentford keeper
England won.
for the first penalty.
nil.
Straight down the middle.
After earlier, Ali Bruce Ball and Chris Sutton brought you Portugal 1, DR Congo.
I think that was just a
1.
bit of nerves from Harry Kane. It was, I
Croatia
think he
on
wasn't
the attack
expecting the
down the
penalty so
right-hand
soon.
side.
And
The ball is played into the edge of the penalty. Oh, brilliant turn on a super challenge.
oof, what a challenge that was!
That is a
Crikey.
terrific challenge. I mean, what a turn that was by Musa inside the penalty area. Dragged the ball, beat the defender, and Bellingham comes in. Oh, hang on.
He wants a pen.
Does he
Musa.
think he's been fouled?
Reece James puts his arm around him.
He didn't
I'm
actually
not sure
grab
about
him, he
that. That's
just
not a
put his
penalty.
arm
There's
across
no
him.
He's
chance.
looked for that. I know in our biased opinion we'll say that it wasn't, but I think the referee's going to look for that very quickly, and I don't think that will be contested.
And not only
Tell
that,
you what, these referees at the international levels, like World Cup, they don't put up any flack.
No, they're
They're strict.
I think they've been talking about Kalina, who is their sort of like boss, isn't it?
One of the best referees in the world he was.
And on the replay, Bellingham's challenged
Wouldn't
him
argue
to
with
come
him,
off
would
the
you?
Croatian forward.
I'll tell you what, I don't think England lost a competitive match with when he was refereeing. You know that because he kept the game flowing.
Colin, if you open the link in Edge or whatever you're using as your browser, you don't need the app to get in. CABBIE and myself use the app, but you don't need it to get in. You can just run it from your browser.
Yeah, you just click the link and we do the rest.
Almost halfway inside his own half, but when he does that, the two wingers know.
You might have ad blocking or something set up on your browser, Colin. That might stop it working.
And that's going to be a key thing for England in this World Cup. The wide players when Harry Kane drops deeper.
That was a brilliant piece of play by Madueke against CABBIE. It was reminiscent. Do you remember
the alternative is to download the
and he gave him a torrid time.
the app called again now, Stu? Zoom
app.
app.
Down a shot from Anderson into a crowd of players.
And
blocked back to the England midfielder, and Anderson
link that way.
It's straightforward, but if you're not just with technology, it is tricky. But I mean, it is just. I don't know if you've got a computer, Colin, or your mobile phone, but you can just download the Zoom app as well. It's so easy.
But that goal has just given them a confidence and belief, and not necessarily a swagger, but certainly an air of confidence.
But the question is, did you miss the goal because you were faffing about trying to get the app to work?
Minute through Harry Kane, and England with the ball in the central third of the field comes back to Konza.
Well, last two times England's faced Croatia, they've got the better of us. They stopped us from qualifying.
And they knocked us out in the semi-finals of the World Cup in 2018.
That was Wembley with Wally in the brolly, remember?
And Kane, who was almost back in his own defensive third here, passing the ball forward.
But they've had some good. They've had some good teams, Croatia, mind. They're a tough nut to crack.
They have, and Modric is still a good player. Even though he's 41 in September, I think he's not a bad player.
No. He's got a good. He's like the Granit Xhaka for organising his team. He gets his players in the right positions and that.
When Don was saying exactly that on the Baz's preview show, that's exactly what I was thinking. He's Croatia's Granit Xhaka. He hasn't got the legs these days, but he just directs everybody, and he's got a brilliant footballing brain.
Either on 5 Live, BBC Sounds, of course there are certain moments at the end of the group where matches are played at the same time, but also for the late matches, take the radio to bed with you. BBC Sounds, listen to the commentaries in bed, and then you can catch up on all of the news in the morning on Five Live
That's what I do,
Breakfast.
catch up. The games that are late on it, or early hours in the morning, I try my best not to know the score, and I just listen to them again on the BBC Sounds. BBC Sounds is great, you click on it.
Yeah. Good, be silly o'clock, you know, 3:30, 4 o'clock or something like that. That's when I wake up. And I normally, I'll make myself a coffee and come and sit on the pewter and catch the end of the 2 o'clock kickoffs.
Yeah, he did talk about his 14 or 15 starters as Croatia win a free kick.
That's 6 weeks of pure football World Cup.
Yeah, and then it'll be like straight back into the Premier League and Euro and the Europa League.
Because we've got an extra round now. We've got a round of 32. Because after the group stages, it was just the round of 16, wasn't it? But now we've got the round of 32.
It was. Yeah. Which of course means only the team that finishes bottom has got a risk of going out.
8 games in 32 days.
I think there's 12 groups, and the 4 or 8 of the best third place teams go through to the last 32.
I think that was funny when they said, "Evening, Scotty, you all right? Please keep your noise down, mate. From over that room, you're disturbing this live stream, man."
Excellent play from Anderson. Nicked the ball back centre field. Plays it through. I think he was taken out there. Clement Turpin says no free kick.
The dark
Well,
side.
that was debatable, and then Anderson himself commits a foul, and it's a free kick to Croatia.
All I've got to say to you, Scotty, is beep.
Just as he was trying to bring it away.
I saw the shirt on Monday.
It did
look like a free kick on Elliot Anderson initially, didn't it?
I got Arsene Wenger.
I think it was Anderson's
John
frustration,
Terry.
and he returned the favour and actually got penalised.
You better be careful there, because John Terry will be after Wenger's misses.
Yeah, well,
here in the Dallas Cowboys
you
Stadium.
know what he's like.
Who do you think's sitting next to Arsene Wenger? John Terry. Just slightly surprising. Here is Kane. Oh, Kane does well. Holds it
well
off,
done,
gives it to
Kane.
Bellingham.
That was good bit of play, that.
Still going Bellingham against Watchalong. Up to the edge of the penalty area.
Yeah.
Gets it back, and then
He's
just
run
over
into
the
trouble.
Ran into a brick
Just a
wall.
heavy touch took it through to goalkeeper Livakovic.
He was a looking
Oh,
at
good,
Bellingham.
guys.
He didn't run down a dead
You
end
got-
as such. He just couldn't really get the ball
You
out.
guys on laptop and Baz on
Got
foot.
closed
I
out
thought
by
you were
the
joining
Croatian
Baz.
defenders,
Scotty, I
but
thought you were on his live.
counter-attacking from England on the
He
change
is.
over defence to attack very quickly.
He's just
Bellingham's got that
he's
quality.
just trolling us, mate.
Did you notice that, Paul?
What's that?
John
sir?
It's just
Terry
Baz on
and
his
Arsene
own,
Wenger
mate.
deep in discussion
He
together.
didn't have his kit on, did he?
Ah,
Now,
right. I
Your
thought
old
Don and
teammate.
Scotty were doing the show with
Ball
Baz.
played out from the back for England. Pickford just drops it at the feet of Declan Rice.
Bellingham's no the fee.
England leading through the Kane penalty.
Very true.
Harry Kane. Now that's 25 penalties for England, and 25 out of 80 is a pretty high percentage, but you can't complain about that. As the ball is played back into his penalty area, and Pickford will pass it out. When he spoke to us yesterday, Kane referenced the fact himself.
I'll even be happy if
that
it
Mbappe
stays
had already
1-0
scored
England.
twice.
It's a win's a win, isn't it?
And he had spotted that
Yeah,
Messi
it
had
is.
just scored for Argentina while he was speaking to us. So he referenced that. So he's keeping tabs on all of that. Don't you worry.
Oh, he'll know, won't he? He'll absolutely know. And Haaland got his 2 yesterday as well, didn't he?
I've made a list, Paul.
You're
of
showing the
players
replay of that
who've now
penalty again.
scored at this World
It was
Cup.
close,
You
but he was
mentioned
clear
Messi
off
and
that
Mbappe.
line.
Also, Havertz. Couple of goals for him. Haaland, Vinicius.
It's got to be difficult for that keeper, for any keeper, because can you imagine the adrenaline thumping around the keeper? He's just wanting to go, isn't he?
It's time for the hydration break.
Oh, this is what I don't like, the hydration break.
Or should I
God's
say the
sake.
Powerade?
Oh yeah,
Hyd-
in an air-conditioned
hydration break.
stadium, why do they
So
need a
here we come.
hydration break?
England reach the hydration break, leading by 1-0. So we're going to have a performance here in the stadium, I would very much expect, from the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders. For those listening back in the UK, what you don't know is right now on American television, this is the advert break. I mean, it's totally changed the face of covering football in the United States.
Winter World Cup.
However, on
Premier
5
League.
Live, instead
The
of
mince pie
adverts,
break.
we can hear from Steph Houghton and Connor Cody, who are listening back.
Greg's
in the
sausage
5
roll
Live
break,
studio.
mate.
Thoughts so far, Steph, Connor?
Do they
couple
really
of
need
goals.
a hydration break, Rob? I bet have they got a point?
In some of in some cases, where the temperatures, pushing 30 degrees. Because I mean, you got to bear in mind in Dallas, it's probably
Cheers, Dak.
4 or 5 o'clock, 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
I think England looks sharp, and sometimes in.
But the thing is, though, I don't think the coaches should be allowed on to give instructions.
I thought that was the whole point. The coaches weren't supposed to be allowed on to coach and do tactics during these breaks. I mean, why not just say, right, we'll have a 5-minute break and go and chat to your manager and get told what to do?
Completely agree, they look sharper, and it was those experienced players that maybe took the decision to play the ball higher up in better areas of the field.
Yeah, good point, John. Good point. It's so they can advertise gambling. Yeah.
The thing, hold on.
You look him dropping in the ball from Jordan Pickford into Harry Kane's chest, or whether he's dropping all the way in and then we're seeing Jude Bellingham running behind, or Andy Gordon running behind, or Madueke running behind. I think it's really, really clever. And again, you go back to them experienced players being on the pitch and understand it, but they'd have worked on that on the training pitch. You know what it's like, Paul, where you do things on the training pitch before the game and you stick to it, and having them players on the pitch really helps it.
Yeah, the way that
I mean, like I say, I just think they shouldn't allow the coaches on, because it's a hydration break, not like a
5 or 6 different ideas of plays that will unfold in front of him to then try and play the ball into. But another thing, they're not afraid to go long, are they?
No, they're not. They're not.
Also, right?
I just think it's been a good start. I think everything about them has been good.
How long does it take to get a drink? It doesn't take this long, does it? This is what people are saying.
Do
you know what I mean? How long have we been off now? 2 minutes? How long does it take to get a swig and then get back on with it?
Yeah, and what's wrong with somebody throwing them a bottle while they're on the field?
To head to the eye player, and there will be further coverage, analysis.
I'm doing it now.
Exactly.
30 seconds. Right, lads, let's get back to it.
You can watch that post-match.
No, I understand, and Dak's saying the same thing. When the temperatures, get up into the high 20s, which it frequently is at this time of the year, particularly in the southern states. You do need to drink more, and I can potentially understand some of these hydration breaks, but do they need 2 minutes? Should it not just be a minute?
Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders have left the stage. They've got their tracksuits on today. Big smiles as they wave to the crowd. The
45 seconds, absolutely the most.
End of the stadium.
It's like tennis, isn't it? When they sit down every two or three games and have a bit of a breather.
Ball played across the penalty area to Pickford.
Jackie Charlton kicked off last time in USA and got lambasted.
Not under pressure right now, and then a long left-footed pass looking for Anthony Gordon, but that's taken down by Watchalong, and he is able to just caress a pass back to Livakovic, who was unlucky. If you weren't listening, if you just joined us,
see
the had to be retaken because he was narrowly off his line when Harry Kane took the initial penalty that Livakovic saved, but then with the second one made no mistake. Perisic playing it back into centre field.
I've got a Mrs. called Sue who's doing exactly the same, Cabby. She does not watch football. She does not watch football.
I mean, Susan will watch it if they get into the final or semi-final. She'll get right into it when it gets exciting.
Sue won't have an option there. I'll have it on the big telly. I'll have it on the big telly. So.
Do you want to come and say hello, Sue?
In Croatia, second game against Panama, which is next Tuesday. That's when England play next. Against Ghana.
There's currently a heat advisory in Dallas.
Yeah, and I can understand that. It's 92 Fahrenheit it's about 31 Celsius, so it's quite warm.
Go all the way back to the edge of their penalty area again. Paul Robinson.
We talk about these hydration breaks, and we do. We say about the 4 quarters, but it does actually take the flow out of the game. England were on top at that period of time. They're enjoying the best possession in the right areas. But now, since that hydration break, it's taking them a while to get back into this. The Croatian manager's obviously been able to give instructions to his players.
They're going on about it disrupts the team from having a flow if they interrupt it. But it can also work with you if the other team's on top.
Yes. Yeah.
Kane's been dispossessed. Edge of the penalty area. Kane with a challenge on the edge of the area, and he has been fouled.
Tell you what, they're sloppy at the back at the minute.
Vuskovic, who is the Croatian player who was furthest forward.
Jack, I think we all did, mate. Some of us of a certain age where drinking out of the water hose was just common. Drew the line of drinking out of ponds, though.
That's a couple of moments there. You know,
swimming in them, different kettle of fish, but drinking out of them, not if you can avoid it. Garden hose, no problem whatsoever.
Again at the back, John Stones out towards the left-hand side. Comes back from O'Reilly to John Stones on the right foot, long downfield.
Yeah, I wouldn't argue, John. South America's got the advantage, particularly not so much Argentina. Argentina are it can be quite cool there. I've worked close to it several times. But the likes of Brazil, it's just generally very warm and tropical and humid, so they will have a bit of an advantage, and the African teams are used to playing in the heat, so again they'll have a bit of an advantage. But you know, we're just not used to playing in summer temperatures. 15, 16.
Well, I don't think we've had one sunny day in June.
Oh, we've had less sunshine in June than we had in May, but we've seen some sun over on the east side. So it's quite pleasant this evening, actually, sitting out in the garden. So
41 in September, so he's playing at his 5th World Cup. Luka Modric, what an achievement.
We're just sitting, we're not pressing at the minute. We're sitting pretty deep. It's like we're inviting Croatia on, which is dangerous player.
Yeah. Yeah, they're just sitting back. They're conserving energy, I think. But you know what that means? It means that all it takes is one cock up and Croatia have equalised.
I mean, half an hour ago, what you thought of this new Touche Turtle team? What do you think? Are you impressed with it?
His cousin is in the squad as well.
In a word, no.
Then it's Guardiola, Sucic.
No, I've seen nothing to be that impressed about. There's nothing that would worry the likes of France or Germany.
It's a heavy touch by Stanisic, and that means England are back in possession. Jude Bellingham is able to flick it through to Gordon.
I know Croatia are not a bad team.
Behind him, Kane
rolls it past
Madueke up against Guardiola, goes for the early ball, and arriving on the edge of the 6-yard box, in between two defenders, couldn't get a touch. The ball disappeared over to the far side. I'm not sure it's gone out of play yet, and Bellingham's gone down clutching his ankle. Actually, the ball didn't go out of play, so it's played forward. And Bellingham, I think he's okay. He's back on his feet.
That's not a penalty.
Lying down from England spent a lot of time without the ball in that situation in the game. But again, it was Harry Kane who dropped in, and it was the wide player Madueke out on his right-hand side. Declan Rice, Elliot Anderson, Anthony Gordon, they all had a really good, quick interchange. And Madueke that time, he chose to play the ball into the box early, right round the back of the defensive line, in between the defence and the goalkeeper. And Bellingham just couldn't quite get there. It was a really
some of us are well versed in doing mental arithmetic to convert temperatures. It's actually quite easy if you know what the numbers are. I just happen to remember that 30 is 86, so 92 is, you know, 3 degrees higher, something like that.
It's clearly a move that they've worked on very, very often, with Kane dropping in and the players getting in advance of him in behind.
And 37's 98. I remember that one. That's what's on medical thermometers. So.
One of the players who hasn't is the Real Madrid man, Jude Bellingham.
And did you know, Stu, there's only one temperature that Fahrenheit and Celsius is the same. Do you know what that is?
There's only one temperature, Fahrenheit.
Yeah, when Fahrenheit and Celsius or centigrade
36
are the same.
Because the press in the different areas not allowing England comfortable possession. But then as soon as England do get the ball,
any of the viewers know what it is.
They do sit off. And when England move the ball quickly and pull them out of position and get Madueke down the side and Gordon down the side, that's where they look at the best. But at times, when they are like they are in this situation in the game, they're going to have to be patient and try and pick holes.
England 1, Croatia 0. A long one from Pickford, headed forward from Croatia. Rice is in there, but Croatia in possession, and Stanisic just keeps it in, but then is challenged by O'Reilly, and this time it's a foul by the Manchester City man, and it's a free kick to Croatia just inside their own half. So we have 12 minutes to go to half-time. And the next match, the other match in this group, will be the next commentary. So that's midnight.
The answer to the question is minus 40. And minus 40 Celsius is minus 40 Fahrenheit. It's the only temperature that they're ever the same.
5 Live studios back home. Pickford, oh, that's a heavy touch. He's deflected the ball straight out of play, and he's given Croatia a throw-in, which they take quickly. Ball on the right-hand side with Baturina. And then Croatia, left-footed ball right across the penalty area. Perisic heads it back towards the edge of the box. Bellingham cleared it, but he gave it away to Gvardiol. But then he was challenged by Madueke, and Bellingham and Madueke bring the ball forward together. Bellingham with a touch into the path of Madueke. Kane's in the middle, Gordon's in the middle. Madueke still going. Madueke up against Modric, and then back to James. Puts his foot on it. James curls it in.
Yeah.
Headed away.
Too long. Got to be
No
quick.
urgency. Let the defenders get back.
O'Reilly takes up possession again for England. John Stones is there as well. England have turned defence into attack very well here. Probing, looking for that second goal. Madueke to Reece James. James swings it over, looking for Kane, but
you've got to put it in the onion bag, man.
By Watchalong, and it bounces down, and Croatia should get it away through Sucic. In fact, they're still in their own penalty area, and then a long pass to Perisic, who will head it back to the edge of his own penalty area.
Once again, that path to Madueke has proven a real avenue of joy for England down this right-hand side. And we spoke about him before, putting that early ball in, and I think that was an opportunity for him to do exactly that. That time he chose.
That's a shame, Colin.
He didn't do anything with it. He got his two
maybe,
teammates, Harry Kane
maybe
and Jude
try
Bellingham,
again
throwing their
at some
arms up
point.
in the air, saying, "Why didn't you give us that early ball?"
He said he can't get in.
Bit of space here for Mario Pasalic.
Yeah, he said he's tried, and he just keeps doing nothing.
Actually conceded a throw-in, and England have got it back inside their own half. 10 minutes to go to the break here in Arlington, Texas, not too far away from the London airport.
Yeah, Scotty, we do look okay going forward, but
when we drove past
they just slow it up and the defenders get back.
England with the ball with Anderson just
that
forward
cross
of the D.
by Madueke or whatever he's called, that Bellingham nearly got on the end of was good because it was quick. They didn't mess about.
This season, Reece James, and then forward from Anderson, flicked on by the head of Madueke. That's the one back by Vuskovic, and then Vuskovic with the pass forward to Baturina. Now towards the right-hand side, shot from the no, in fact it's a cutback, played to the edge of the area.
That was a brilliant goal.
It's a lovely goal. Lovely goal.
Firmly by Baturina from the edge of the box.
Oh man.
High above Pickford's dive to his right, and Croatia are level. 1-1, 10 minutes to go to half-time.
That's a well-worked goal from a Croatian point of view.
We said it, they just sat back.
It's Nico O'Reilly who commits himself initially to the challenge on the
We have.
side.
We're just inviting them on, man.
Just to add to what Scotty said, yeah, but we look shit at the back, mate. That was appalling defending.
The top right-hand corner of Jordan Pickford's goal. Not a lot that the England goalkeeper can do about that at first glance. It's a really good strike, always going away from him. What an opportunity, England. Nico O'Reilly, I think it was, who went to ground.
The thing is, though, we've not even looked like
we've
not even looked like scoring from open play, have we?
Croatia somehow have got themselves away back into the game when it seemed very unlikely.
So England pegged back, and all of that early promise.
Yeah, that was a good goal, Steve. Totally agree, mate. In fact, it was a cracking goal. You know, if Pickford had had longer arms, mate, he would have got that.
He is one of those young rising stars we were talking about before the match. Plays for Cesc Fabregas.
Are Croatia going to be a thorn in England's side yet again?
Wouldn't surprise me in the least, mate. We certainly need to up the tempo because England are just plodding.
I will do eventually.
He's kind of gone underneath it and pushed it into the top of the net. He'll be
Don't come in and tell us if there's any goals.
I mean,
okay?
it's not a goalkeeping error, but when you look at it and you're watching the replay, he's got a good hand on it, but he's got his hand underneath the ball, and rather than getting a solid flat palm on it, he's almost tried to flick it over the bar. And as he's tried to flick it over the bar, he's flicked it into the top of his net. Like I say, it's not an error, but he will be disappointed.
Yeah, we need to wake up. We need to wake up, are you like?
Yeah, we're just
Harry Kane, everyone knew that this match would be a
pedestrian football.
the pedigree of players that there is in this Croatia side. And it is proving to be exactly that now.
Well, they know how to manage their way through a game, don't they? The experience that they've got in this side, and we see it so many times from them in tournaments. You know, you don't win 2 medals at the previous 2 World Cups if you haven't got that something about you as a side. And if you do go behind, listen, they've been outplayed at times in this game by England. 56, 57% possession for England. They've been the better team. They've looked dangerous in the wider areas, but Croatia haven't worried. They've sat in their shape and they've hit England on the counter-attack.
And England have looked a little vulnerable.
Defensively, they have, haven't they? Yeah, they have.
England won, Croatia won. Baturina's goal in the.
But like I said, we just haven't looked like anything like scoring, have we, from open play?
Nope. But it's won back by the goal scorer Baturina, who must be absolutely brimming with confidence after that. As I say, his second goal for his country is first at a World Cup.
I mean, there's one player on the field. I don't think he's had the ball. He's Anthony Gordon.
Pickford got a hand to it, but it was firmly
Don't think he's touched the ball, has he?
Stanisic over there on the right-hand side comes back into the middle of the
Virtually everything is coming down the right-hand side.
Some people say on social media, miles off it, Bellingham, absolute rubbish. No, it's Tuchel, he's stopping us from playing. Same old story. I could see it coming, playing out from the back, crap football. We are not going to win this. It's been coming, making too many mistakes. So, there we go.
Yeah. Wouldn't disagree with any of them.
Modric takes it quickly. Stanisic will move it on, then plays it out to the right hand side.
Great to play out from the back if you've got the skill to do it, but I'm not 100% convinced that this England team have the skill to do it, to be honest.
Croatia go back into the centre circle though.
We're just trotting at the back. We're just trotting, sitting so deep. 2 lines of 4 at the back, and Croatia are just like knocking it about.
Got the equaliser and lifted all of their thousands of supporters who are here in almost equal number to the England fans, I would say. Livakovic then overhits that ball from inside his penalty area. It's out for a throw-in. 5 minutes to go to half-time.
Just looking there, John Stones ran.
Still, a point's not a bad result against these lot in a group game.
No.
Just didn't lose it.
Into the attacking third, and Elliot Anderson dropped
know what I mean?
into the back 4 alongside Konza.
Yeah.
And we're seeing that more and more now. Elliot Anderson's been very, very deep since Croatia have scored.
I mean, the thing is, you know, if this was Sunderland, I'd say, I'm not worried, we're a second-half team. But England are not necessarily a second-half team.
And England starts
Sunderland could beat these.
Pass it out from the back. Reece James. Again, Croatia have got 2 men on him. Anderson lifts the ball over the top. This is for Madueke to chase, but Vuskovic comes across and heads it away, and it hits the corner flag and bounces out for an England corner. Could have gone either way against the
Pickford can't decide if he's a goalkeeper or centre-back, and Gordon looks like he's practising for the next 100-metre race. Can't remember these hydration breaks in Brazil or South Africa. I know.
No, we didn't have them.
Missing the penalty and having to retake. Going 1-0 up, and
it's health and safety, though, mate. It's health and safety.
Advertising.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Gary. Well, it's partly to do with advertising, but
winning his 74th cap tonight.
They claim it's health and safety. They don't want people collapsing.
You're in the level of truly experienced.
Jesus Christ, the professional footballers, they sweat a bit.
Rice staring at the ground. Now he gets himself in position to take this corner. He's got Madueke if he wants to take a short one. No, Rice goes towards the penalty spot.
Oh, lovely goal, Mr.
Get in! Woohoo! Get in!
In front, and Kane makes it 2 goals in the first half.
Get in!
That was a nice goal.
Powerful. No stopping that. Rice with the corner. Kane with the header. England 2, Croatia 1.
Get in.
He's done it again. He's done it again. He's got 2 in the first half. Mbappe, Haaland, I've got my 2 in the first half.
Yep.
That's a lovely goal. That's a lovely header.
It really is. All these intricate set plays and the movement is what
Gamer couldn't see it.
It's a brilliant
Came through a crowd of players.
Against the run of player as well.
Totally unmarked, complete
Yep.
free header from 8 yards out. Powers it hard and low into the
What did I say in the show against Elton Welsby? We need our big guns to start firing, the likes of Harry Kane, and he is. 2 goals. Couldn't get a better start, could you?
Colin. That's a gem, mate. It's a gem.
Like listening to Newcastle crap.
At World Cup finals tournaments. He equals the England record.
It's a brilliant header, John. It really is. We're getting to see the replays now on the big screen in the stadium.
Didn't it sit back though,
Yes, he's
England?
free, but he arrives just at the right
Didn't
time.
it sit
The ball's
back?
out,
That's what they're
swinging
going to
his
do.
pace and power on
That's
the ball,
exactly what
and
they're
he
going to
meets
do.
it
They're
just
going to
at the
try
right
and
time,
sit,
and he
sit
directs the
back,
header into
pass
the
it
bottom
around the
right-hand
back,
corner, through a crowd of players.
and you know
It's
what's going to
a
happen.
super header from Harry Kane.
Well, when we were waiting to interview Harry Kane
I've got
yesterday,
Talk Sport on my little
we
phone, and I love
look at
watching
what was going
Jamie
on in the
O'Hara
Norway
and
match at
Jason
half-time.
Cundry.
Sure
Jason
enough,
Cundry. They're
Haaland
doing a
scored
live
2 goals.
watch-along, and it's great
And I
watching the
suspect
reactions and
all
stuff,
around the
man.
World Cup, probably all around
I
the
watch
world,
them all the
people are
time.
doing exactly that. We'll just have a look, see what's happening. Kane's got 2 goals.
Golden boot race is certainly
Oh, you reckon he's going
Well,
he's
got
going
a
for the
little
hat trick
badge
of
on
hat
his shirt
tricks, is
tonight.
he,
You know,
John?
they've given them all sorts of badges for various
Header,
bits and
right
pieces, but
footer,
Kane's
and a
badge,
left
he's
footer.
got a tiny
Well,
little
that's what I
golden
said to
badge
Elton
on
Wellesby,
his
didn't I? I
sleeve,
says
which
we need
marks
Kane.
the
I
fact
says
that
to
he has
start
already got a
firing. I
World
says
Cup
if we
golden
want a
boot
chance
from
in these
Russia in
tournaments,
2018.
you
Yeah.
need your
And,
superstars to fight
I
it.
don't think there's
You
any
do.
doubt that he
Yeah.
wants another one of them.
There we go.
And
England
I
2,
know
Croatia
we were saying
1.
that, you know, he's
England
scored
back in
something
front.
like 67
Croatia were
goals
level for only 6
this year.
minutes, and
in total,
to
Kane.
nose themselves back in front
But
before half
to
time,
be fair,
so important.
Again,
Bundesliga
talk about the
has
test, and they
got
passed that test. You know,
2
again,
or
the
3
adversity,
decent teams in it.
conceding the goal. How do you react?
Dax says,
The
there you
rest of
go.
Mentality do you have?
Carl,
How do you
remember
approach the
scoring a
game?
goal
Do
like
you
that in
sit back,
Sunday
are you
League? Just what we
cautious,
need,
you
says
don't want them to
Steve.
concede
Left
again?
foot goal
Or
in
do you
second
keep
half,
doing
says
what you've
John.
been doing and get enjoy from it? And that's
Me on
exactly what
FIFA
England
2.
did.
Get in,
Crucial
says
little moment
Scotty.
there as well when you think about it. The fact that, you know, when Vuskovic cleared that
But
ball away,
we've
it
got to
bounced
tighten
towards
up at the
corner
back
flag,
because
and it hit the
Croatia are no
corner flag.
mugs, man.
Could have gone out for a
No,
throw.
they're not.
It went out for a
They're
corner.
no mugs. We've
and
got to
England
just
duly
tighten up
score
at the back.
from a corner for the first time at this World Cup. And we know how
Aye,
important
Rice is quality at
corners
set
are
pieces. This
when
is lovely
Declan Rice
football
is
by
taken.
England.
Yes.
Come on.
Here's Declan Rice in possession on the halfway line as England break again. O'Reilly down the left-hand side.
Come on, tear them a new
O'Reilly's
backside,
still
man. Get
going.
into them.
2 Croatians with him. He's been able to
Oh,
angle
you
it
did
back
that
to
well,
Anthony
Cabby.
Gordon, who gives it square to Jude Bellingham.
Eh?
Bellingham was sizing
Tear
himself
them a
up
new
for a shot
backside.
there and actually was fouled. And,
You're
Mario
channeling,
Pasalic does not like that
what's
decision
his
from
face?
referee Turpin. He got the ball sort of caught up in his
ITV
feet,
or
Bellingham, as he was
BBC
looking to find a
football
position, and he just
commentator.
got a
What's his
little-
name?
little-
We were talking about him on Monday
just
night.
caught him on the foot.
Um,
Down he went, free kick
Wasn't
again.
Elton Wellesby, was it?
No, it wasn't Elton Wellesby. It was the guy who used to do the radio on you.
I've just been watching the fullbacks. It's
The guy who used
Guy
to do the
Mowbray.
radio. No, that's it. Yeah. Mowbray, who something when we beat Chelsea 4-0 at Stadium Light under Peter Reid, after we scored with the 4th goal, his comment was just absolute class. This is live on air, and he said, Sunderland are ripping Chelsea a new arsehole.
Way down below us. Katia Garcia
I wish I'd
of
heard that live.
Mexico has just held up the board to indicate that
Bit
there
too
will
far
be a
out to shoot
minimum
this,
of
isn't it?
5 minutes of added
Um,
time at the end of the first half.
No,
which
James has got a
gone
good shot on
England's
him.
way, even though Croatia
He's
found the
standing over the
equaliser.
ball, so
Harry Kane scoring with a penalty and a header.
I think
Rice's
Madu-
quality at set
But a
pieces.
free kick here.
I think Madueke has got a
Good lad.
This will be
good welly on
28
him as
yards
well.
out. And Madueke and Bellingham are the potential takers. It looks like Bellingham to me. The 4-man Croatia wall is lined up. Referee just has a final word with, I think, Anthony Gordon, who's standing close to the
Can't
wall.
score from that far out, man.
So Jude Bellingham, hands on hips. Bellingham
Nope,
with a free
you're
kick,
right, he
right footed,
couldn't.
hits the Luka Modric actually. His former
Not the
teammate
best of free
in the
kicks, I'll
chest
say, but
at Real
Nope.
Madrid.
I don't think it lifted
And
2 foot off the
bounces away
ground, did
over
it?
the far side.
That was optimistic.
Oh, Krusty the
Long way
Clown
back.
had a touch of the ball there, no?
Disappointed if he'd got beaten
Played
from
it
that
straight out of
Uh-huh.
goal.
distance. It was only one option that they had. It was probably too central to try and float a ball into the box, so he had to try something.
I
Jude
should
Bellingham.
stop calling him Krusty the Clown now, shouldn't I? Because he plays for
So
Barcelona.
we're in the second
hell of a
minute
player.
of added time.
Princess Di.
Actually, Reece
Princess
James took
Di.
that free kick.
Yeah.
Reece James took that free kick. Remember-
That shows how high up we are here, then, doesn't it?
It does. Remember the free kick that he took against Latvia when he scored quite brilliantly.
Responded well, England, though, after the
Perisic
equaliser,
to
didn't they?
take this on the
They
left-hand
did.
side.
They did.
Perisic in
That's what
field.
you've got to do.
And Croatia, but England are quickly back in position.
But it just shows you
You
how
can see
deadly
the
Croatia
lines
are for you.
from
Give them that opening.
this lofty position.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
As goal scorer Baturina, 30 yards from goal. He plays it square to Shutalo. Then it comes back to Vuskovic. And then Luka Modric in a very deep position. He's actually played that behind Gvardiol, who did well to keep it in play. Modric again. He still looks, even though he's going on 41, Modric still looks just exactly the same, doesn't he? That sort of boyish, with a long
Gail Platt
floppy
still does
hair,
doing well,
as
isn't he?
runs. He's just running his
Yeah.
fingers through that hair right now. Croatia passing the ball out for Perisic on
that
the
ball
left-hand
was out.
side. Perisic himself, 37 years old, takes it on down the left, but actually the ball had already gone out before he crossed it. And I see John Stones in the middle applauding Reece James for his work out here. And it is a throw-in to England.
Yeah, they look good.
Lovely header by Harry Kane. That like.
Been a fluidity to
He looks.
the
He does
time
look
there,
sharp,
looks
doesn't he, Harry
susceptible at
Kane?
the back.
Compared to his last
He
tournament.
does.
Understanding the
He
partnership
does.
at the centre of defence hasn't quite clicked as yet. They have looked susceptible, but on the whole, they'll be
Go on,
pretty
son.
pleased with what he's seen of Thomas Tuchel.
Yep, conceding the equaliser was certainly a setback, but Harry Kane making the difference, as we kind of suspected he
sloppy
would.
pass,
Kane's
man.
been caught there. Kane's been caught as he played the ball in field. That's a worry. And he's not up yet, and Croatia continue to play.
alright, Kane
Baturina
worked it.
again. Gordon puts in the challenge. Then it bounces for Pasalic, who will shoot from 22.
The good long distance shooters, these lot, you know. Yeah, sad news about Eric Roy.
Yeah.
Kane
Yeah.
is all right.
Yeah, he's remonstrating the referee. Just looking at the replay again, he's got a real case as well.
I know
Harry
you
Kane.
said he used to play for
Referee was in the
Sunderland.
centre of the field,
It's
and that
not a
challenge
name I
happened just down here in front
recognise,
of the
funnily
dugouts
enough,
to show
Cabby.
how clearly
I don't
that
think
the
he played
referee
long.
saw it.
I
It was a
didn't
clear foul
recognise.
on Harry Kane that the referee had missed.
Yeah, and Kane has gone straight across there. He's walked to referee Turpin, and he's obviously made that point forcefully as he can as the England captain. Croatia playing the ball across their own centre of their field, and then there's a foul on Modric by Harry Kane. He was moving at pace. Modric was stationary. He bundled him over. Free kick. Croatia take it. Croatia trying to respond in added time at the end of the first half.
Shoulder
England
charge, that
2-1
man.
up. And Croatia with Perisic again.
They're a good passing
Perisic,
football
who's
inside
won the league
Croatia,
this
aren't they?
season in the Netherlands with PSV. In fact, won it the last 2 seasons.
They are. And,
Perisic. Hit back to Modric in the
unfortunately,
centre circle. Modric.
a lot of
We've already
times make
waited
England
for the
look
face
amateur
mask,
when
but
it comes
did
to
he
passing the
fracture
ball
his
about.
cheek in April, but
I know we
as far as I can
supposedly
tell
have
from
the
here, I don't
best
think he is wearing one. Then it comes
top
back to
league in the
Vuskovic.
world, but
And now Gvardiol, a heavily
English
bearded
players
Manchester
just don't
City
seem to be able to
defender,
pass the ball crisply.
will use Baturina. Baturina looks to swing it across. In fact, checks back. He's got Bellingham with him. We've had over 4.5 minutes of added
See
time.
another
5
Croatia
were
goal
indicated.
coming out.
Vuskovic has got it 30 yards from goal. Then he gives it square to Pasalic, and then Pasalic's ball in. Musa heads
Like
it
that.
across. Here's the chance.
Oh
It's
my
2-2.
God. What are we doing?
Musa was there.
Pedestrian
to try and
defending.
put the ball in. The FC Dallas
God, our
striker
defence, man.
scores in the home of the Dallas
What have
Cowboys.
our defence
what
doing?
defence?
Second time in the match.
What defence?
Croatia have come from a goal down to level things up. England 2, Croatia 2, and Musa
Offside.
scoring in the 5th minute of
Yeah,
added time
he
at the
was
end of the
offside.
first half.
He was offside.
That's not going to count.
Check this for VAR.
That's not going to count.
Perisic has made a really clever, intelligent run in behind that England.
He's
a well
offside. The
taken
guy
goal.
that headed it
Vuskovic
back.
finds him, and he just
A well
heads it
taken
back and
goal.
he sets it back to Musa, and it's a side foot finish from Musa into the back of the England net. But Perisic's run,
offside.
that is what VAR will check.
He is. He's
It's a
offside.
really well worked goal
Yeah.
from a Croatian point of view. A super ball into Perisic.
Not
It's just
offside.
whether he's
Half-time
managed to hold
2-2,
his
says
run or
David
not.
Graham.
And just looking at the referee, and he's blown his whistle. That is it.
Oh, right.
That was the
Yeah.
last kick of the
Goals
first half. The
counted.
goal has been confirmed, and it is England 2, Croatia 2.
So why aren't
And
we
for
seeing any
England,
graphics
Obviously,
or anything like
having
that?
led twice, that is frustrating.
Certainly going to change the mood
Didn't
in the
go to
England
VAR.
dressing room and the tone of Thomas
I don't
Tuchel's team talk. I would presume at half-time. I think he'll be pleased with what he's seen in the offensive third, but defensively, England at times
Yeah,
they have
Why
looked in
haven't they
trouble in
even
the
looked
first
at?
goal,
Why?
but
Wait a minute.
tackles
Why
were-
have we not
you know, they
seen
were
any graphics
committing
for that?
bodies into challenges. They got taken
Yeah.
out of the play. It was a good finish, one that Jordan Pickford will be
Yeah, I know.
disappointed with, and then again picked open far too easily. Simple ball over the top and conceded again. There was a lot of good in that for England, but a lot of concern in there for Thomas Tuchel as well.
Yeah, well, we knew
We're
coming
bad
into
at the
this
back,
World Cup
like
that the
we
goals
are
of Harry
bad
Kane were going to
at
be
the back.
absolutely
This is going to
instrumental,
be
and
sorted
they
out
have been
out
in the
like.
first half. A penalty and a header for the England captain. However, the problem has been conceding.
How you doing,
two at
David?
the
How
other
you doing,
end.
mate?
And Croatia, you cannot underestimate this team. They are a high-quality international football
Yeah,
team,
it's,
God.
and they've shown it.
they're
and
just
they've shown their
pedestrian at the
resilience
back.
and spirit.
That's your
And
problem.
at half-time here in Texas,
There's no
it's
urgency.
England 2, Croatia 2.
John, thank you very much. We'll be back with John Murray and with Paul Robinson for the second
Anyway,
half.
I'm just
from
going to go
Dallas very shortly. Steph Horton and
get
Conor
a drink of
Cody are
water,
here in
mate.
the studio.
I'll be back very
and
shortly.
Steph, as Paul
Okay,
Robinson
mate.
was saying, it's been a mixed bag in the first half from an England point of view.
Yeah, it definitely has. I think the times have really controlled
Oh,
possession.
my
We've
God.
created problems for Croatia, but I think, like what John said, Croatia are a very, very good side, and you've got to be aware, you've got to be alert, and especially England are going to be disappointed with that goal just before half-time.
It feels as though England have had the better of the play, but Croatia maybe have had the moments, Conor.
Yeah, it does. And listen,
I mean,
Croatia are a really
somebody
experienced
tell
team,
me,
and that's what
somebody
experienced
tell
teams
me
do. They stay
why
in games and they stay in games for as
that
long as
wasn't
possible,
looked
and
at
they
with
can create
VAR.
things out of nothing. And I actually thought
I don't know.
the two Croatia,
We'll get to see it. We'll get to see it in the studio, of course.
I think you've got to look at them as England
But
fans and as England.
you know, when you see in the
kind of
Premier
pundits
League and they
here
look at the
tonight,
graphics,
I think we've got to say
you know, and they look at it and
For
they look
me,
at it and
England
analyse it.
control
Why
large
aren't we
spells, they
seeing
wanna
that?
control it more, they wanna nullify
All right,
the
John.
chances that they've had. But it's a really, really good game for us for the second half, isn't it?
It is Friday morning, David
For
Graham.
the second half, and of course it all got underway with Harry Kane and that opening goal from the penalty spot. You pointed out, Conor, that it was an unusual run-up from Harry Kane because he stuttered.
I just
in
don't
the run-up,
understand.
but he's got form for this. He did it for Bayern Munich against Atalanta, where he noticed that the goalkeeper would come off his line if he waited. And so he would delay it very slightly with that little stutter.
This
And
is
then
what people are
when
saying.
that
Two
was
very
retaken, in fact,
ordinary
that
sides.
was saved,
Defence
and
is
then he
diabolical.
retook it and again went into the bottom right-hand corner.
Yeah, firstly, I would say he can take any sort of penalty he wants because he's that good at penalty. Secondly, that is really clever if that's something
I'll
he's
just
thinking
turn
of.
that down a
If he's
minute.
watching, if he's watching,
We need to
the
stop
keepers and how
massively
they move and
fannying
what
about
they
at the
do,
back.
it's a really,
Hugely.
really clever thing to do. And listen, we all thought he'd just whip the
Or
first
9
man
would have
into
been
the
better than
top
these
corner and
three.
he'd done with it. And
Defence is
it was just shocking me the
diabolical.
way
Two
he
very
stepped up
ordinary
for that penalty
sides.
because
That's
I
why
don't see
Maguire
him
should have
flexible
been
and
in the
I know he
side.
practices
That sums
penalties
up
the day
England.
before,
Score
so he
2
must
from
have
2 set
practiced it. He's
pieces
obviously
and
looked
off an
deep.
out and open player.
Got the second one, wasn't it?
A long
Is
time
Claire
ago,
Balding
Harry
even
Kane
playing? 2
was
good
taking
goals from
corners.
Croatia, but
Now
2
he's
defending,
scoring from them,
especially the
Steph.
first.
What a header and what a delivery. I think when you look at the setup from
Oh,
Croatia's
honestly,
point
God,
of view,
defence.
how are
Honestly.
you leaving Harry Kane unblocked? I think we've had a few opportunities from corners. We're getting first contacts, which is important. And Declan Rice puts a great outswinging corner. But I think the fact that Harry Kane is not marked in that box, but I think if you give him
Need to
chances
stop. We
like
do
that,
need
he
to stop
puts it
mucking
away in a
about.
fantastic header, and I think we deserved it at that moment. I think we were fresh, we were energised, we were making runs in
Well,
advance.
I've seen enough of
Kane
that
was a big,
defence.
big
Like,
part of
if
that,
we're
so to
defending
see
like
him
that,
get another goal in
if
a
we're
World
defending
Cup
like that,
is
then
unbelievable.
What about defensive
I'm
goals?
nervous every
England
time
haven't
Croatia
conceded a
gone
goal in
forward.
qualifying, and yet that's 2 in the first half of the World Cup.
Best goal of the
Yeah,
World
I
Cup
think
so far is
especially
Kylian
the
Mbappe.
first one, I think
Absolutely,
we
it was
overplay.
absolutely huge.
I think it comes to the right hand side with James.
So if
I think
anybody's in the
Elliot
chat, no
Anderson tries
spoilers,
to
please.
play
Any
into,
goals or
I think
anything
it's Jude
happening? Because I think
Bellingham,
you guys are about
we get
30
caught, and I
seconds
think that is a
ahead.
worrying sign for
So if you
England. I
just
think
hold
there's
back
times
until
where
we announce
maybe
it, I do
using that
appreciate
long
it.
ball can get us out of trouble, and it's a great strike by Croatia. I think John Stones maybe just needs to try and show him outside. Don't let him
But-
come back onto his to pass it to the edge of the box. And
Your
I
Minecraft
think
fans will
both
do better
goals
on
are
our call.
avoidable. I think especially
Need more
the
creative
second
and
one.
desire would do.
Manage the game a minute before half time.
Look, take a point. You just don't lose your first game in the group stage. Do you know what I mean? Take a point. Look, Portugal's drew, Spain's drew.
Runs off James's
I'm not
shoulder,
gonna
runs
panic.
between Konza and gets him behind
I
him.
am not
It's a
going to panic if we
fantastic
don't
goal
win
from
this.
their point of view,
I'll
but I
be a
think
bit panicky
for our
if we
standards and how well we've done over tournaments
don't.
defensively, I think we'll be
win it
really
and we lose.
disappointed.
That's it.
Yeah, at another point in time, there may have been rows in the dressing room at half time, but it might just be difficult conversations this time, Conor.
No, of course, and I think also conversation. Let's not get too down. Listen, we've controlled large spells. We've played well. We've scored 2 fantastic goals. Where we'd be without Harry Kane, I don't know. But at the same time, we've scored 2 brilliant goals.
I'm just
so
looking at
we'll
what
have a
ITV's
conversation,
saying. I'm waiting to
we're
see these
half-time
like.
in the first game of the group stage against the top side. By the way, we spoke about it before
Waiting
the
to see
game.
these like
They're a top
players.
team of experienced players and players who've had
There's
unbelievable
VAR.
careers. So they're going to cause us problems at times. Can we stand up to them problems now, second half, and go on and win the game?
So are you looking at them as sort of individual defensive issues rather than collective ones?
Yeah, and I think also, I think you've got to sometimes.
That was a
sit
bad
there and
first
go,
penalty from Harry
it's
Kane,
hard to
man.
nullify every opposition when you're playing against good teams. It really is. It's tough. I can say from a defensive point of view, I'm sure Paul will say the same thing. You want to control every aspect of a football game, but we're talking about the highest of levels, what the boys are playing at here. So, are you going to give chances away? Yes. Can they nullify
prediction
and
out the
control
window.
game?
Scotty,
No.
I tell you
Can
one
they take
thing now,
another
though.
transition? Maybe. But can they go and win the game second half?
We will not win this
There's
tonight
an opportunity for England in the second
if
half. What needs
if we don't
to
sort that
change?
defence out of ours.
Steph,
Because
what
I
do
tell
they
you
need to
what,
tighten up on?
No, I think we've done something.
they're going to
really
go
well
forward,
this
and
first
every
half,
time they're
and
going
I
to go
think
forward,
for
they're going to
me
nearly score a
personally, I
score.
think on the ball, I do feel as though we've got a little bit more
If we don't tighten
of
up
a
at that
different
back.
gear to play. And also, Thomas Tuchel spoke about the strength of the squad. We've got options to to come off the bench. And if we're at 2-2 with 20, 30 minutes to go. Will we see substitutes? More than likely, yes.
Passing around at the back, man.
We need to try and win this game, and there's no harm in saying that as an England player or England
Again,
fan.
mate.
We want to go and win the first game of a World Cup, and we've got
Yeah,
to remember
just on a hydration break.
now. So I think in terms of improvement, we can make improvements second half. Do we have to be at our ultimate best? No, because we've got great players.
Yeah, and those players can come off the bench. He has got changes he can make too.
Yeah, right, Rob.
100%, and I think even if you were winning this game, you'd see changes in the second half to freshen up, to help.
I'll tell you what.
To nullify
if we've got a defence like that, it doesn't matter how many we're going to score tonight, Rob. It's the fact like we're letting just about we're just bad at the back.
Yeah, totally agree.
We have got to set up a lot. We're going to be a lot stronger at the back because it doesn't matter we'll score 3 or 4 because they're just going to score as many.
Yeah, I agree. The defence is pedestrian at best.
There are players on there who we know have got more in them and will
our
improve
passing
as
is
the game goes on, but who's impressed you in the
mediocre.
I also think as the tournament goes on, Kelly, as well, I think
They're just being forced to like sit too casual, sitting too deep.
It puts you in an unbelievable position to then qualify going into the second 2 games. Who was impressed?
Wouldn't disagree.
Listen, we look at Harry Kane and it's obvious, isn't it? We look at the 2 goals that he scores. We look at how he links to play. I actually quite like the way Jude Bellingham's running behind. Jude Bellingham's been everywhere. Let's not forget he's been absolutely everywhere on the pitch. He's tackling, he's making tackles, he's running back, he's driving forward, he's transitioning really well with the ball. So I think he's being top as well, and he's understanding when Harry drops in, he's got to be the one that runs in behind and fills that space that Harry's leaving.
I mean, we'll probably get through the group, but I'll tell you what, when you get into the last 16, we ain't got a hope in life to play like this.
I mean, you've got 3 people round that one person. There's nobody marking that goal scorer.
No.
Nobody marking that goal scorer at all.
No.
Do you know what I'm saying?
US officials have released details of the peace plan with Iran, which they say includes an end of fighting on all fronts.
He was offside.
In Lebanon.
Yeah.
Under the agreement, Tehran will not develop nuclear
It just showed you the graphics there.
See a $300 billion fund for the reconstruction and economic development of Iran.
So what's the ref going to do? Disallow the goal now?
As early as tomorrow.
Turn around and say, no, disallowed goal at half time.
Immediate leadership challenge if
what
he wins
part
the
of your body
by-election, and Sakir's made it clear that he would
has
fight
to be offside then? So if
any part of it, it's any part of it.
Because I've been told like your hand can be a yard offside, but if your shoulder's level,
yeah,
the goal with your shoulder. I don't think they go with the hand. So if I'm sticking out like that, the arms out, correct me if I'm wrong. But if my torso, I think they go by the torso, don't they?
It might well be.
Or the foot. Or the foot.
He was probably onside in that case.
£500 million over the next 2 years.
But either though, that was bad defending. I mean, you look back at that again. Like there was three of them focusing on the bloke that headed the ball back. There was 3 of them on him.
Yep.
Not one person. He just literally walked into the box on his own.
Yep.
There should be somebody marking it man on. Following his very move.
Great.
You don't need 3 players around one player. You know, you've got 11 v 11. That's one thing. Sunderland's really sorted themselves out. They're really solid at the back. You know, the man marking. That's what they're doing. England, that's bad. You cannot have an unmanned player coming into the box
John
like
Bell.
that.
Yeah, John Bell didn't go for a hydration break. Said he's gone for a dump. He'll be right back.
Gone for a dump.
Croatia's second half still to come. Also this evening, we've got Ghana against Panama. That one is a midnight kickoff.
No, I think you're right, Steve. I wouldn't write Ghana off either. But there's 3 teams to qualify probably from this group.
New Zealand resume on
3 points. 3 points and a positive goal difference will get you through. 3 points and a negative and a 0 goal difference. You still got something like a 75% chance of going through. 3 points and a -1, it's down to something like 50% chance of going through. So even Scotland might get out of the group stage this way. Because I'll tell you what, I don't think Scotland will get anything out of the games against Brazil and Morocco.
No.
That's better, Harry. That's how you take them.
I was impressed with Morocco the other night.
Yeah.
A lot better contact.
Played to the edge of the area and the shot is in.
What chance have you got though if you're defending like that in the finals of a major tournament against
Absolutely
top
not.
world-class teams?
You put them up against France or Argentina, we get hammered.
We'd be
We
4-0
get
down
absolutely
now.
hammered.
That's a
Yep.
well-worked goal from a Croatian point of view. It really is. It's an excellent finish. Strikes it with the inside of
It
his
is a
right
well-worked
foot,
goal,
pace
but like I
and
keep on
power.
repeating
Rice
myself, there's
scores
nobody
Towards the
picking the man
penalty
up.
spot where it's powerfully
Yep.
headed in. Harry Kane with the header now, and England are back in front. And Kane makes it 2 goals in the first half of World Cup 2026. Powerful, no stopping that. Rice with the corner, Kane with the header.
I don't know if we get a third. Like I say, you're still not with that defence. You're still not confident, are you?
No, absolutely not. And that's the thing, Cabby, is I just have no confidence in this defence. The team are pedestrian today. They're not putting the effort in. Yes, I know it's a bit warm, but Jesus Christ, these professional footballers being paid hundreds of, thousands of pounds a year or more.
It is 2-0
And,
then at half-time, and here's England assistant coach Anthony Barry
they're
speaking
representing
at half-time.
the country, the pinnacle, for a footballer, and they're just not bloody. They're not trying.
I think a lot of nervous energy early on. Maybe that should be accepted.
Like I say, Rob, have a look at that equaliser. And you look at the
Yeah.
marking.
Decisions where the energy was not free in our mind, playing long when we should play short, playing short when we should.
Yeah, it was
play
poor.
long,
Well, what
really.
marking?
Not playing through the gaps, so not allowing us to accelerate our game the way we wanted to.
What does he need to do? What does he need to do at the back? What do we need to do? I mean, apparently you've got to win it in Thomas Tuchel, Touche Turtle. You've got to win it there, right? He's been now. He's had the big silverware, Champions League, and this and that and the other. What is going on at the back with England?
Okay, we concede the second goal.
The
Now we have to speak about that at half-time.
The problem at the back for England is
England and Croatia. John Murray and Paul Robinson are in Dallas for
they
us.
all come from teams that don't play forward balls. Side to side, to side to side, to back, to side, to side, to back. They don't play forward balls. James in the Chelsea team, it's all side to side football. Who's on the left? James on the left. Who's on the right? I can't remember. Let me just have a quick squint.
His confidence and where he's at the moment. You can't question him. You take it how you want to take it. But I just think it was the actual strike of the penalty. It was too close to the goalkeeper. I think even if the goalkeeper had have not looked to seek the advantage, he would have still saved it anyway. And you look at the way that he learned from his first penalty and was brave enough to go the same way. But this one was
Stones,
much closer to the
Conser
corner.
again.
And his run-up
A
is
lot of
obviously
side to side
shows how he
balls.
feels comfortable. He will have practiced
Anderson
this,
and
he will have
Rice.
practiced
Anderson's
this,
been
both,
totally
Harry
anonymous.
Kane and a lot of
Yeah,
Gordon's
individuals
been
will have
totally
practiced many
anonymous.
penalties going into this tournament. If there's anybody who won this
Bellingham
situation,
is just.
it's Harry Kane.
Bellingham, has he been on the pitch?
He fell over a couple of times. Madueke has been okay. He's got some good crosses in.
Yeah, I think
Rice has been playing well.
That's the first game of the World Cup.
Kane's been playing well. But has Kane got the legs to do 90 minutes every 6 days these days? I don't know.
From a coach's point of view, you have an idea of how you want the game to go.
Yeah, not impressed with the defence.
Probably not.
Basically.
But I think getting back to that England that we know, where we are fearful and we have the energy to go. And
I mean,
press,
what is the
really
point
put
if
them out
if your defence is going to be as wide open as that? What is the point? Because you're not going to get any further forward defending like that.
No. No, I agree. I'm just saying that I don't think Dan Burn would be a good choice in either as a centre back and definitely not as a left back.
But it's schoolboy stuff. Just mark your men. You know why is the three people going for the guy that headed the ball back? Why is the three people going for him? 4 people because you had Pickford and the 3 defenders. I mean, not one of them looked behind and seeing if there's anybody coming from back up. Oh, they did look behind, but it was too late because when they looked behind,
by that point,
the ball was in the back of the net.
Yeah.
We could score 6 goals tonight, 7 goals tonight, but we defended like that. We'll get in another 7 goals.
Yeah.
Dear, oh dear.
Looking down on it here, Croatia already lined up to kick off. In the other half, it's all
I can see him pulling Gordon off.
Scoreboard, I need to...
Yeah.
Yeah, it's right. Jamie Harless just said, so far, every time Croatia has had decent possession, they've scored from it. Because they've only really had 2 really good chances coming forward, and they've scored from both.
Yeah. Which strongly suggests piss poor defending by England in both cases.
But yeah, we don't seem to have the ability to. I've just reset the clock, Gary, mate. We don't seem to have the ability to press and keep press and keep press.
No.
Do you know what I mean?
And yet the players play a relatively high press for their clubs. All of them play relatively high presses for their clubs. So why can't they do it for England?
Players are walking out onto the field. Not a great deal of urgency there. And also, Paul, you had a little look.
Would a draw be a bad result opening game?
It wouldn't be ideal, but it'll not be a bad result. Just don't lose it. But are you confident that this team are capable of winning this game?
Not with that defence. No, I'm not. I'm confident when we go forward, we look dangerous. But it's that defence, man.
Let's hope they've got Regis Labrie on as an assistant coach, because we know they could perform better in the second half. You never know.
As Konza is able to head the ball back to Pickford after Luka Modric kicked off the second half.
Here we go.
England with Stones and O'Reilly receiving it from him. Nico O'Reilly, after his brilliant season, scoring in the League Cup final, memorably the day after his 21st birthday. Ball played across, winner of the FA Cup as well. And now here he is in the England starting lineup at the World Cup. Elliot Anderson. And Jude Bellingham drops back into his own half for this, and then passes it to his right, to Ezri Konsa. And of course, as well, at some point you would have thought we would see some of the players that you might have expected to see in the starting lineup coming on as substitutes during the course of this 45 minutes. Stones with the ball, and again, just to repeat, or if you don't know, this match is being played inside, so it is a steady 20-22 degrees, and really it actually feels...
Rob, is it me, or do you think England's gone backwards with quality?
The roof is closed.
Yeah, they have.
And Stones playing it across the back line to Konza. England.
They have, mate.
There was alarm bells when they seen the team sheet.
Yeah.
Get in!
Nice goal.
Get in!
Yeah.
What a goal from Jude Bellingham. England 3.
But keep it tight at the back, man.
And that is why he is in the side. That is why Thomas
dear me.
Tuchel has chose to start Jude Bellingham. It's a brilliant ball round the corner from Elliot Anderson. I'm not sure it's initially meant for Jude Bellingham. I think it's meant for the run of Madueke. But Madueke's so intelligent. He knows that Bellingham's running to his space. Madueke then curves his run into the 18-yard box, takes the defenders away, and he leaves that space for Jude Bellingham, but he's still got so much to do. 12 yards
That's
out.
what I'm saying. We need our big guns to fire to have any chance. Not just about Harry Kane. We do need that Bellingham.
And ends up in the back of the Croatian net. It's a brilliant individual goal from Jude Bellingham, and that is why he's in this England team.
Well, that justifies the decision from Thomas Tuchel. Would it be Rodgers? Would it be
Right, are
Bellingham?
we going to learn the lesson?
Well,
Are we
he
going to
took the
learn the
game by
lesson?
the
Are we going to be
scruff of the
tightened
neck
up at the
there.
back?
I mean, Madueke could have run onto that, but Bellingham said, no, it's mine.
He was really intelligent, Madueke. He realised that Bellingham had ran into his space.
Oh, England could be in business again here. Bellingham after it was given with a shot, Livakovic.
Good save by the keeper.
Save. Shot from just inside the box.
Should have been a goal, that, Rob.
Should have been.
That should have been a goal. That was straight at the keeper, man. I think. Straight at him, man.
Gave the ball away there to England.
Yeah, the goalkeeper.
Should have been 4-2. It should have been 4-2.
Finds Jude Bellingham. Arguably a better angle for a strike there from Jude
Are
Bellingham.
they going to regret it?
Find the corner. He opened his body up to shape to go across the goalkeeper.
You know what I said with fine margins, you've got to put your chances away like that in tournaments.
How many times have we said that?
Probably still running on adrenaline from that goal he scored.
Right at the end of the first half. England scoring early in the second. Rice with the corner now. Livakovic comes. Oh, he didn't get there. Oh, and it's headed right by O'Reilly.
Yeah, couldn't agree more, John Bell. 100% agreement with that. Gordon is.
Goalkeeper was nowhere. All at sea.
How the hell did Riley miss that?
He had Gvardiol, his clubmate, standing in front
Oh
of him.
my God, that gets worse every time you see it.
The gasps when the England fans see it on the big screen here in the stadium.
It's a free header. It's an empty net. It's a lovely.
We're going to get punished for that. We're going to get punished for that. You what, my word, we are.
Left his goal line and left the goal gaping. You can only think there in Nico O'Reilly's defence that Gvardiol was in.
We've certainly started the second half with a bit more urgency.
We've started well. We've started brilliant, but you've got to put them away. You've got to put them chances away.
3-2 though to Thomas Tuchel's side,
and I wonder if it is what Baz said in the previous show on Very Black and White Eyes, Cabby. Is it going to be a case of Croatia have got a lot of old legs in there?
I know they can tie a second half,
and
it's a good point.
You know, England team is relatively young. Will Croatia tire in the second half and give a little bit more space for the England midfield?
I mean, what was it? Who was it that missed it there? I mean,
Williams, wasn't it? Nico Williams.
God, I mean, it wasn't even near on target. Do you know, it was that bad of a header. I actually thought the referee had blown for an infringement. So, and you know, when a player just goes, "Oh, hell with it," because the referee's blown. That's what I thought. That's what I thought happened.
But we certainly will not be underestimating them. Baturina, who scored the very good goal to make it 1-1, is fouled by John Stones. Free kick to Croatia. Halfway
Tell you, we're going to rule that missed chance.
5 goals already in this match.
Because 4-2 is. You know, what I mean, that makes a big difference psychologically. That 4-2 than 3-2.
And the goals or the lack of goals between them. We thought this would be a much tighter affair, and I'm sure that's what Thomas Tuchel's frustration is. His team have scored 3 goals and they're not clean home and hosed as yet.
Free kick then. Modric to take this, curls it in. That's headed up and away by Harry Kane for England. And then Bellingham gets it down. Bellingham just finds the pass to Gordon. One ball from Madueke would have released the Arsenal man through the middle, but the defender was there and able to step across. I think it might have been Stanisic who was able to intercept that pass. If he got that right,
come on, then keep pressing them. Close them down.
He should have got that right, Gordon. It was, he's in acres of space, and the pass through to Madueke, it didn't have to be to his feet, it had to be in space.
These are there for the taking. These are there for the taking. Come on.
Take this ball on down the left-hand side. He does. Rice still going.
Save.
Good save.
It was close enough to
good keeper, this, isn't he?
Got 2 good hands.
He is.
As we would have said in times past, a bit of a photographer's save.
Just a bit near the keeper, a bit further in the top corner.
From Declan Rice. Good forward energy. Just seemed to open up in front of him.
It was a bit of an easy save really for him. Looked good first stand, but he was nearly standing up when he saved it.
Right foot, you can see what he's trying to do.
There's not enough bend on it.
Far top corner, goalkeeper reads it well, and as you say, John, a very comfortable, easy save for the Croatian goalkeeper.
Declan Rice walks across there, over to the far side.
We've got to make this possession count here, like.
Cheerleaders' end of the Dallas Cowboys Stadium. All of those big banners are hanging from the roof.
Every single Declan Rice delivery's been on the money.
Indicate the 5 years that the Dallas Cowboys have been world champions. Rice now with a corner. That's headed away by Perisic. Back to Rice, who gets it down. Rice takes on the defender. Then gets the
That's
ball
it.
over and it
I
is
tell you what,
away and
he's the Nicky Summerby in England, isn't he? Declan Rice.
He is. He's a good player. He was well worth 100 million Arsenal paid for him.
England, and you feel that they have to capitalise. They've got Croatia right where they want them. They've got to maximise the opportunities.
We've
now.
got to make
Score
this
another
count.
goal now and then manage your way through the game. This is
4-2, but then you've got a different game. We've got to
against this
make this
Croatia
count.
team. England need another goal.
I reckon Barcelona are wondering what the hell they spent 70 million quid on. Because I don't think he's touched the ball. I really don't think he's touched the ball today.
As James got there,
That's
Luka
wasted.
Modric put the
That's
challenge in,
wasted, that.
But the referee says it was Madueke actually who got there, but the referee says no, it's not a free kick. It's come off Madueke and it's a goal kick to Croatia.
Madueke's got a case there. Modric has been clumsy once or twice already with his challenges. Gave away the penalty.
I'm disappointed with only 3-2 with that possession we've got, the chances we've had.
Thomas Tuchel is still remonstrating with, it's John Stones he's talking to, so he's one of his captains out on the field, even though Harry Kane's got the armband.
The way England started the second half, it looks like Touche Turtles had a right go at them. He really has. They look fired up, don't they? England second half so far.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, Thomas Tuchel,
Yeah, they're doing a Sunderland to come out
I mean,
play
he
better
is
in the
right
second half.
involved in the action down there, the England manager.
He just keeps walking pace in his technical area.
He's going
shaking his
daft
head
at the
looking
technical
ground.
area, Thomas
Whether it's in
Tuchel, like.
frustration that he can't get the messages on or what his team are or aren't doing, but he's definitely not happy with the way that England are playing. He wants the ball wider. He's telling Anthony Gordon to come onto this touchline. He's pointing to his coach.
That's what you
Anthony
want, though.
Barry
You want a
back in the dugout.
passionate
Look,
manager.
this is
That's
where
one
I
thing
want to be. He's telling
Southgate
Gordon
didn't
to
do,
wide.
did he?
Madueke
Nah.
wants wide. As we
Had
say,
no
we want him
passion.
to make the pitch bigger.
All the while England have possession inside their own half.
Go on,
Anderson's
go
gotta
on.
be careful
What the
here.
hell is Harry
Just
Kane
well,
doing back on our 18-yard
Harry
line?
Kane withstands the
Every
challenge
tournament is the
and
same.
then plays it out to the
Yeah.
right-hand side. Madueke is onto this. Madueke into the penalty area. James
corner.
on the run. The covering challenge came across to deflect it out of play.
Thomas
For a
Tuchel,
corner
applause.
to England again from the right.
He's
What?
clapping now because that's exactly what he wanted. Madueke was extremely wide. Gordon was
Sky
extremely
or
wide,
ITV?
and they were able to get the ball into Harry Kane, who then
what,
what
mate?
they did so well in the first
What are you
half. Kane
watching
dropped
the game on?
and then there was loads of space to
ITV,
play into
why?
the wide players.
Yeah, 'cause you're
Madueke
about 2
did that in
seconds
the
ahead of
first
me.
half, and that's exactly what they
Shouldn't be.
So it seems
I know,
like
I'm
he's got
watching
the
it on
message
ITV on
across
the laptop.
that he's been trying to put over for the
But you
first 10
you
minutes
seem
of the
to know
second
what's
half.
happening
Check
before.
the refresh it. You might be buffed. You might the player slider might be just a little bit behind.
Rice
Oh, yeah,
to
good
take
point.
this.
Good point.
Left arm raised.
Come on.
Declan Rice, out swinger towards
Oh!
the came the header, and then it's blocked.
How's that not gone in?
Saved the first header from
How
Kane.
the hell has that not gone in?
Follow-up from Konza. Rice with a cross again. Croatia struggling, and it's deflected behind. For
What?
A corner again, but a double save from Livakovic. Brilliant from the Croatia goalkeeper to keep out the first header from O'Reilly, and then the follow-up.
Oh, it's Claire Borden,
Oh,
mate. He's on
Krusty the
the
Clown.
he's on the floor, the keeper. And Claire
Yeah,
Borden
Prince-
heads it straight
Princess
down
Di
towards
heads
him.
the ball straight towards him.
Very similar
Yep.
to the Harry
What
Kane
did
goal in the first
Barcelona
half.
waste
God.
70
Livakovic was
million
in the
quid
right
on?
place.
The keeper's on the floor. They've got the goal gaping.
Goalkeeper's almost poured it out from behind his own line.
And Krusty the Clown heads it down on the floor towards him.
But no real pace on Gordon's header. think
I
he was
wouldn't
put
even
off
say
by
he was a
Oh.
great player for
near his head.
Newcastle, to be honest, David.
It's actually a triple save.
I've never rated him, he's
First
just
one
an
from
arse.
O'Reilly.
And worse
Second
than that,
one
he hasn't
from
got 2 brain
Gordon.
cells.
We
And
don't.
then
We.
that's
He hasn't got too bad.
Scruffy, third one from
We don't
Konsa.
score on these
So
opening
another
penalties. That
corner,
will
it's
not
an
win this.
in-swinger this time from Rice
No.
from the left. Livakovic comes, gets a punch on this one.
The keeper's
Well,
getting
there's no
everything, like.
question the Croatia goalkeeper Dominik Livakovic has kept his team in it with those saves. Throw-in taken quickly, then the cross is mishit, although it hasn't gone out of play.
The
Kane has
players
hooked
and the
it back
goalkeeper. Oh,
towards
man,
the
our
edge of the
finishing's
area.
been bloody
Madueke
awful, man.
now. Croatia are struggling here. England are all over them. Kane shoots from the angle. That's saved by Livakovic. Kane shoots again. Livakovic flaps that one
Kate was
away.
playing a blinder.
He shot there, came down into
He
the
is,
ground,
but we're
and
just
Scott
not
Livakovic made
clinical.
the save. England come again.
I'll tell you who he
Gordon
reminds me of,
now
this
after the
keeper.
ball. Bellingham in. Kane at the back post, and he couldn't get a clean
Tomaszewski,
shot on that.
the
defender
Poland
was there with him.
goalkeeper.
And Croatia scrape it away,
In
and somehow Croatia have survived
74,
that period of
when England
intense
didn't make the
England
World
pressure.
Cup
How
final,
has that stayed out? I've got no idea there. Stanisic at the far post.
where
went in with
I
Harry
think we had
Kane.
about 40
Combination of him and
shots,
Livakovic,
and the
goalkeeper.
guy was a
Livakovic
clown,
had a really
but he
good
managed to
spelling
keep
goal there.
virtually
This
everything
is an
out.
excellent period of time for England. They need to capitalise on this, but do you know what? I think Croatia are realising this. Croatian
He's
goalkeeper
making.
Livakovic
Peter can
just
say they're
gone
making
down.
good
They're
saves,
ready
but
to make a
I don't
substitution
think
for
we're really
Croatia,
testing
and
him.
actually
He's there, but
realises that his
No.
team are under pressure.
it's our finishing.
Well, it's Modric who's
Yeah.
coming off from the midfield, and Luka Modric.
That's
conceded the
Modric
penalty.
off.
Mhm.
He's not had the He's not had the.
Oh, do you know what's going to destroy things now, don't you? There's going to be a drinks break now. That'll knock everything up.
Yeah. Croatian veterans, the Manchester City man, Mateo Kovacic, his 140.
Rob, how are we not 5-2 up?
On into the midfield.
Beats me, mate.
In place of Modric, so highly experienced, replaced by very.
I'd love to see that Claire Baldwin chance again, Anthony Gordon.
About the goalkeepers going down. So as soon as that substitute was made, he very quickly.
Do you know, I think his hair got in front of his eyes. You didn't see it.
Yeah. It's a good rule, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think Bounty, similar to Bounty, went forward. The hair just went forward.
Yeah, but Bounty's got more than 2 brain cells.
If the goalkeeper goes down,
in fact, he'd have more than.
You are penalised, and that's how it should be.
I mean, look at that, 18 attempts on goal for England.
Scored a goal on his World Cup
yeah, that's exactly what I was just talking about, David. The England-Poland game at Wembley in '73.
Scotty, I don't know what you think of it, but I mean, how the hell England are not 3 goals to the good at the minute, I do not know.
There was 1 or 2 really good opportunities, good saves, wasteful finishing, and some really good saves in there. But this is a really good spell for England.
Yeah, it was an intense.
It's a good spell for England, but it means now if he didn't put the ball away, does it?
Yeah, it was Brian Clough who called the goalkeeper a clown, but Jesus Christ, it didn't matter what you hit him with, he just managed to keep the ball out of the net. And if I'm not mistaken, it was bite your legs, Norman Hunter, who popped up. Poland went up and scored.
You know, you kind of took that with a pinch of salt.
We needed to win, and Alan Clark got an equaliser, but that's all we'd managed, and as a result, didn't go through.
Misplaced pass from Declan Rice behind O'Reilly, and it's out of play for a throw-in to Croatia. There's been plenty of good and bad for England.
You see, this last 15 minutes, it's like when we're getting the chances, it's like we're just not connecting with the ball. We're not putting that clinical finish on to give the keeper no chance. It's either a half-hit header or if the shot too near the goalkeeper. It's like
England 3, Croatia 2. Long pass from Stones.
I just hope that's not the wave over of England. That's it. That's the push, because we'll be in trouble if it is. Because Croatia will get their turn.
Well, they will. They will.
You can already see them now. It's taking them an age to take a throw in. They're slowing the game down.
Yep.
Back home, that's between 1 and 3 in the
afternoon. Lull us into a false sense of security.
Tomorrow, as the ball bounces back towards the dead ball line and out of play for a goal kick to Croatia. And also on the television after this match, on the iPlayer, there will be a full breakdown and analysis of this England performance and result, whichever way it's going to go. And we're into the last half hour of it now, Paul Robinson.
Yeah, and if England don't win this game, they've only got themselves to blame after creating those chances. It's
yeah,
just come up
if England don't win this game, 100%.
18 opportunities on goal, and 8 of them have been on target. So they really are in the ascendancy. It's just about taking those chances and having that little bit more quality in the final third, because they've certainly looked good when they've got in the areas.
It's back with Pickford, who's been a
yeah, thanks, David. That's what I recalled as well. It was a 1-1 draw. But I think we must have had about 40 shots on goal in that game. And the keeper just flung himself at everything and managed to keep it out.
Moves him alongside Brian Robson and Jordan Henderson, who is on the bench on the occasion of his 36th birthday today. The cheers you can hear, the camera is focused in on what I'm guessing must be some figures from American sport who were interacting there with the crowd. Any idea?
I was hoping you weren't going to ask me that, John.
No, I hadn't got a clue.
Tell you something, Scotty. Newcastle made a killing on Trusty the Clown.
Straight out of play for a throw-in to Croatia.
Well shot of them, if you ask me.
Of course, it was Emmitt Smith who played for the Dallas Cowboys, naturally enough. And it's a free kick to Croatia, halfway inside.
I'm disappointed, but we're winning.
It's odd.
So now this is an awkward period for England. They're just sort of setting off it a bit, have a little bit of a recovery period.
And you know what else is coming up, don't you? The hydration break. That's going to slow things down and break up possession again.
We're still 5 minutes off that, yeah.
England have got to keep going.
We're getting sloppy with our passes again in the off, man.
And at the moment, defence hasn't been the best, but attack has been their best form of defence, and I think that's the way that England have approached this. They don't want to be going into the last 20, 25
It's no good
minutes
attack
of this
being the
game
best form of defence
thinking
if your
that they're
defence
gonna
is
hold
worse than your
on.
frigging attack.
We saw the Dutch try and do that against the Japanese in
Right.
the stadium.
I know
didn't
that's
we?
not making any
England
sense,
switched
but you
to
know
a
what I
back
mean.
five very quickly too early in the game, and that didn't work for them.
Got to build on a
Reminds me,
strong
there was a
defence.
suggestion that Croatia might switch to a back four at some point during this match, because that's been Zlatko Dalic's more frequent system that he's used. But I think there was a feeling that with the players that he has here, 3-4-3, if you call it that, was more natural for this group of players. Stones with the ball at the back. The score, if you've just switched onto us on 5 Live, England 3, Croatia 2. All of the England
Random
Scotland
guy in
games
the
will
crowd
be
with the
live
camera.
on 5 Live from
Must
the
be
States.
somebody
Rice
famous.
has got to get to this ball, which he has. And then O'Reilly is
well played,
in danger
O'Reilly.
of running into trouble, but he's
But
got
he's
out of
lost
trouble.
it.
But then he gives it away. Kovacic against his clubmate. Croatia
You
coming
can see
forward.
Croatia going
Here's
in
the
and
ball
bang
to
goal,
the
can't you?
right-hand side now
Yep.
for Croatia, and a twist and a turn from Sucic, and the ball runs away. Final touch off the Croatian. It's a goal kick to England.
Taking too many chances, too many risks in areas that they don't need to, England.
Yeah,
Trying to play
yeah.
too
The
intricate.
commentators
Ball
just
from
saying
Jordan Pickford
we're
initially
taking
that
too
caused
many
trouble to
risks. We're
Declan
mucking
Rice.
about. We're
He
trying
then
to be
passed the
fancy.
responsibility onto Nico O'Reilly, who tried to run in field, and they ended up losing possession in areas where they don't need to be playing and taking chances.
That's happened throughout the course of the match. Actually, since the first minutes of the match, that's happened to England.
And risk and reward. You know, at this stage of the game,
I mean,
when you're winning the game,
you've got to think,
control the
haven't you,
game, don't put the
4-2
ball at
England
risk
instead
in
of
areas
just
where
with game over,
you
innit?
run the risk of conceding.
Yeah, it would have been.
Well, at the moment, it's
Bit
Jude
of two-goal
Bellingham's
lead.
goal.
It just seems so
It's
near,
going to be
so
the
far
match
away.
winner, but there's a long way to go. Bellingham just playing it back for Anderson, and
It's a much better second half, mine, Rob.
10 yards inside
It
Croatian
is. They have been
territory,
slightly
so a free
improved in
kick
the second half, but
to England.
we've got far too
England,
many
this is
anonymous
the
players.
12th World
Anderson
Cup
has
England have played at
hardly done anything.
since 1966.
Krusty the Clown has
In
done
that whole
absolutely
time,
nothing.
Only 2 semi-finals to show for it. Italia 90 under Bobby Robson.
The defence is pedestrian
equally
at best.
memorably,
Yeah, I know.
the World Cup in Russia in
Yeah,
2018. under
I
Gareth
think that just
Southgate,
about sums it up.
which
Cheers,
Gary.
Dak.
Running on
came to an
empty.
end with defeat in the semi-final
Cheers, duck.
to Croatia.
Playing
Perisic
left foot
scored
to
in
put
that
it to
match,
bed.
and here he is, still going. 8 years later.
That'd be the hat-trick
Back
of
to Konza
hat-tricks,
in the
wouldn't it?
centre circle.
If he gets a
Konza
left foot
to
winner.
O'Reilly, and then John Stones.
He's right-footed,
Rice
isn't he?
available.
He
O'Reilly
is,
and
but
Rice
he's
exchange
scored one
passes.
with his right,
Now
he's
Anthony
scored with
Gordon
his head,
has not
so
really been able to
if he
get
can get a
away
left
he's
footer,
trusty,
yet, but
he's
he's trying
trusty.
now against Stanisic. Still
No.
going, but Stanisic was able
Nope,
to, as they raced
absolutely
back towards the
nothing.
dead ball line, got a touch on
Yeah,
that.
waste
And,
of time.
The assistant says
Runs around
actually
like
the
a
ball was
headless
out of
chicken.
play, so it's a throw into Croatia.
Barcelona's got to be looking at the refund options now, haven't they? You know, you buy like an expensive computer from cash converters, you want to take it back.
Yeah.
And
Nice
so
bit
he's
of
coming
PR
onto
work
the
by
field.
Newcastle, though,
And
to get
also,
shot on them.
Oh, absolutely.
so
Cheers,
is
Friday.
Marko
Dak.
Pasalic. So we're going to have 2
Oh.
Pasalics on the field.
You know, it
And
feels
they're
like
not related. Mario Pasalic and Marko Pasalic. Marko, who plays here in the United States for the Orlando City club. So
is the
coming
keeper
off.
fantastic, Rob? Do we give him credit, or the fact like we've just been poor? We really should have put them away.
We've not been good, but to be fair to the keeper, he's had a bit of luck there and he's kept the ball out of the net.
To make it 2-2. It does look as though they
Just looking
gone to
now,
a back
Jones
four,
does,
doesn't
yeah.
it?
Immediately looks like they've gone to a back 4, and now they've got a real target man, so they can go
Gordon is
longer.
crap, not
They're
even
struggling to
sub,
get
says
out at
John.
times. They've got a figurehead up front. We may
Yep.
see them adapting their game, playing slightly longer, but it's definitely a more attacking formation.
So 3-2.
Cheers, Dak. Very
England
kind
lead.
words, mate.
Pickford was, well, he's made an immediate impact.
Cheers, Dak.
Matanovic on Jordan Pickford fouled him on the edge of the England penalty area.
Yeah, certainly been put on for a reason. to throw
I laugh
himself
at
about.
Baz.
Jordan
You know, he
Pickford down
hates
there.
it if you call
To the
Krusty the
England
Clown,
goalkeeper
even
from
when he's
behind.
not a Newcastle
It's
player.
not too
He
bad
hates
for
it.
England
Yeah.
if the game
Yeah,
broke up
but
and it becomes,
I mean,
they can
I've always
take-
called
they
him
can take
Krusty
the
the
time and
Clown.
they can run the clock down.
And
It's not
when he
ideal.
came out
It's
with
about
that,
getting a win in this
oh, you
first
know,
game.
Sunderland are not as good a team as Newcastle.
So
I know, we
England
just
3,
beat you
Croatia
twice, you
2.
arsehole.
Hydration break, about 30 seconds away.
Go on, Bellingham.
Long pass over the top, down the
Yeah,
right.
think about what
away
you're
kick
saying.
chase.
Use your brain
Madueke
cell that
is
you
beaten
have.
to it.
Perhaps
Like Vardiol.
not proven.
Vardiol with his left foot clips it forward. Should be should get their first contact for England, and then his pass to Stones, who just
God, we need that
was able
fourth man
to hold off Marko Pasalic, who's just come onto the field. Pickford, then to Rice, and then O'Reilly turns, finds Gordon, and Gordon. You know, you would think, wouldn't you, when Thomas Tuchel does make his first change, Rashford for Gordon would be likely.
Yeah, I would definitely get Gordon off.
He's not really got into the game. Madueke's been a real threat.
Absolutely.
He's been lively in the first half. In the second half, he helped to create that goal for Jude
All right,
Bellingham.
sunshine.
And he's an outlet that England have looked forward, because Harry Kane is naturally right-footed. When he drops into that middle of the park inside his own half, he naturally will swing out to the right, because he'll look to play with his right boot, and Madueke's been the outball.
No, it shouldn't be.
That is the voice of Paul Robinson. 41 caps for England. Konsa passing the ball to the right. Still play continues, so we'll have to wait for the hydration break. Madueke goes for the early cross. Kane got his head to it, glanced it here. Gordon shoots for goal, but hits the defender with the shot. It bounced straight off the backside of Stanisic. And then Jude Bellingham
Dusty fails again.
is able to break up the potential Croatia counter-attack. The ball is finally out of play. Thomas Tuchel
Get him
steps
off.
forward.
Put Saka on, for God's sake.
Navy blue shirt, and prepares what he's going to say to his team for the last time before we get into
I would be in harsh with Anthony Gordon.
controversial fourth quarter
No.
of this epic.
I've never rated the guy.
England 3, Croatia 2, and while we have the players are able to take on some liquid, let's head back into the
Rashford,
studio and
Xhaka,
hear from Steph Horton and Connor Cody again. England had a great spell, Steph, didn't it, during the course of that period of play?
Yeah, exactly how he wanted
Just get
England
him off
to
the
come
field,
out
because he's
after half-time. I
contributing
think being on
nothing.
the front foot, runners in behind, and
I've
that's
just put on Bazza's
exactly
channel.
where
My God, get
Bellingham
tinsel on
scored goal
for
comes
Gordon.
from. I think we've seen it a few times in the first half, that little bit of a ball over the top from Elliot Anderson, and this one worked.
He bites, you know, Baz, you know, Rob. He does bite.
I know.
I
know.
It's
funny.
Fantastic run by Madueke to take the centre half away.
Lovely
So,
bloke, but he
perfect
bites. It's
start from
funny.
England at the start of this second half.
Connor, it looks as though, from what we can see here, that Rashford, Saka and Rodgers are all going to come on after this hydration break. What do you think of that?
Yeah, it's not bad stuff to bring on, John, is it? I think if you're Croatia and you're looking at them three players coming onto the field now, you're worrying a little bit. And this is what we spoke about before the game, about the changes, whether England are winning or chasing the game. I think we've got the players to bring on to affect the game no matter what. And I like what Paul said during the second half there about, I think it's quite obvious now England are trying to use the width. I know Croatia are playing.
I feel a bit similar, like when we would come away with 2-2 at Liverpool. It was like disappointed. It's like we're 3-2 up, but I'm disappointed because we should be 4-2 up, 5-2 up.
Yeah.
Connor, what do you think? What do you do here now with the time that they've got left? Do you try and stay in the game and say, you know, we'll keep what we've got, or do you keep doing what you're doing into the last 5 minutes or so?
No, I think they've got to keep doing what they're doing. I think if you sink, Paul, I think we've seen it. I think Croatia will create chances. They're good enough to do it. You have experienced players.
Who the hell is that?
And at the same time, England are playing well. Stay on the front foot. This is what we want to see. We want to see an England team pushing forward, trying to score goals. I think they've done it really well. There's a game plan to it. We see Thomas Tuchel obviously animated on the line, which I'm loving to see as well, because he wants to see an aspect from his team, and I think they're doing it really, really well.
No, I completely agree.
They're a good lot. They're a good lot. They're a good lot. They're Scotty and Baz and everyone.
Yeah, they are. They are. And, you know, they take it as well as dish it out, so... Did you see that image I sent across for you that Don did for us for Monday's question?
Aye.
Yeah, sort of Don pinged me this morning, and he said, have you put any thought into the questions for Monday yet? And have you, if you need any help with AI to do your picture, give us a shout. And I went, to be honest, I haven't even thought about it yet, mate. And he just pinged that across to me. He said, this is one I did earlier for you. It took me 5 minutes.
We will see the numbers
Fantastic.
for England of Declan Rice.
David Graham says, hopefully no foul play from
Tinsel. That goes up. I don't think I was necessarily expecting
No,
that.
no, we don't want
Anthony
any foul
Gordon
play.
We were expecting, so Rice and Gordon off.
Rice? I wouldn't have took Rice off, would
not
you?
even away kick. Yeah, so that was to be expected. So that means that here in Texas, Bukayo Saka comes on to win his 50th cap, and he becomes the fourth youngest England player to reach that milestone. And,
You just know, don't you, though, Rob? As long as it's only a 1-goal difference, they've got a sting in the scorpion tail, Croatia, haven't they?
Oh, yes.
You know what I mean?
And
And it's the type of game that we've dominated so much second half. They'd get an equaliser in 96 minutes or something like that.
Yep.
Like a wonder strike or something. Either come again, either come forward here.
who are breaking away with England 3-2 up. Croatia in the England box.
Well, that's poor on their behalf.
Is intercepted by Elliot Anderson, and then a foul on Saka. That's the
Turkey and
still
rice,
a-
strange combination.
You're still a couple of seconds ahead of me, but I don't know how, but
3-2
you are.
up on Croatia. If you're late to it, England led twice in the first half. Harry Kane's
So
penalty
you've
and then a
brought
header,
Rodgers
but
on for
Baturina
Rice, I
and
assume,
Musa
has he?
equalised.
Well,
And
my
then
son's
in
watching it in the
second
sitting room, and he's like
very
50
good
seconds
goal
ahead of me
from
watching it
Bellingham, who's
live on the
released down
laptop.
right-hand
Ah.
side. As Steph said during the break there, Madueke taking away one of the central defenders, which created the space, and Bellingham with an excellent
It's not the
finish
connection
from
up
an
here
angle off the
because
far
I've
post.
got.
Well, it was you that says, was it you that said, Rob, there's no such thing as live TV?
Oh, it's not. It's always a few seconds behind reality.
Just as that free kick was given to England, the instruction there from Bellingham to
I
Rashford
think
was get
they
on the
have to.
touchline,
It's the
you can
same
see
with
what they're trying to
radio.
do.
Radio.
Come on, this is nice.
Rodgers involved in the World Cup for the
Oh,
first
he
time.
stepped off,
Saka
he
and
stepped off
Rodgers
his
together
man when
into
he
the
just...
penalty area, but it breaks down inside the box, and Croatia are able to take it away. And,
Yes, it's like radio.
still
There's
haven't been able-
normally a
Perisic
5-second
now running
delay
powerfully.
on
His
radio,
pass actually hits
so that
big Matanovic,
they can
bounces off him,
edit
and
any
England get
swearing
possession
out
back.
before it gets
So we're in
broadcast.
the 74th minute. England
I think the
are on
England fans should
course
start
for
singing when
victory,
Jordan Pickford's got
but
the
they
ball.
will
If you hit
not be
Newcastle,
able to
clap your hands.
relax in this match, the way that it's gone.
No, because he'd be
Because
busy
Croatia
clapping his hands.
have always posed a
Let a
threat
goal in.
when they've had the ball in the England defensive third. A long crossfield pass. Rashford could be under this. Goalkeeper comes out, just gets there inside the penalty area to tackle it away against Rashford. That was a close thing
Good
that
tackle.
Rashford very nearly got a touch to that.
It was a poor defensive header from the right back. Stanisic looked back towards his goalkeeper. He didn't put enough pace on it. The
Three views
goalkeeper
with
got him out.
15 or so seconds ahead of
He's
Sky,
sharp, he's
says
fresh, he's
David.
just on.
Yeah, you're right, John. There's 4 like half times now, yeah.
Yeah, Rashford after the 14 goals that he scored for Barcelona this season. Still don't know, do we, where he's going to be playing next season, with Anthony Gordon having arrived there. But anyway, we'll know about that soon enough. Ball on the edge of the penalty area with Croatia. It's played out to Watchalong. So now Watchalong and Guardiol, the central defenders. Guardiol receives it back from his goalkeeper, with Morgan Rodgers, who's now making his World Cup debut, the Aston Villa man, part of the Europa League winning squad in Istanbul. But Croatia still with the ball. Here it is, passed towards the right-hand side, and Mario Pasalic, then up to the edge of the area. Stones heads that down. O'Reilly loses it, and now it's from the right-hand side into the penalty area. Shot from the angle, Pickford makes the save, bounces out towards the edge of the penalty area, and England are able to get it away. That initial shot from Marco Pasalic, forcing the best save yet from Jordan.
You nearly
Pickford.
missed a goal there,
There's the
Stu.
example, the exact reason why England can't sit off and allow Croatia time and possession inside their defensive third, because they have still got quality and they can still hurt you. Pasalic cuts inside on his left foot, comes off the byline on the angle, hammers it hard and low to Jordan Pickford's right. The England goalkeeper gets 2 solid hands on it, and he does really well because he pushes it out of the danger area. They're not soft hands, it's a really solid meat from Jordan Pickford to push it towards the edge of the 18-yard box.
15 minutes to play. England 3, Croatia 2. We'll have news from the England camp again tomorrow, the aftermath, when England will go back to Kansas City. And,
Yeah, I must admit these hydration breaks do worry me because I can see it being introduced into the Prem,
time against Morocco. That's in Boston, and England's next match is in Boston as well next Tuesday.
which effectively means you have a long half time and 2 short half
Croatia
times.
coming forward, a shot from distance, but
Cut it into quarters, more
Pickford could easily
advertising.
or comfortably go down and take. Matanovic having a goal from best part of 30 yards probably.
He'll be quite happy, Jordan Pickford, if the remainder of the attempts on his goal.
You nearly
come-
missed
coming
a
from that
Croatia
type of
goal
range.
there.
He'll be comfortable
Oh,
with the England
my daughter was
goalkeeper.
just having a hissy fit because
The England
she wants me to go to bed when she goes to bed. Now
Now
I'm not going to bed,
They
obviously.
incidentally
obviously.
used the hydration
I've
break
got a
for
dog that does
sing-song,
exactly the
didn't
same,
they?
mate.
Hear him
You
singing
what?
along to the Killers,
I've got a
just
dog
like they
that does
did
exactly the
Arsenal
same.
fans in Budapest.
He tells me when
Ball in
he
the
wants to
centre
go to
circle.
bed and he
The
won't
hydration
go to
break
bed
can be
without
used
me.
for
Yeah.
a variety of purposes, it would seem, apart from football.
Love it a
Here's,
bit, like, but I mean, there's
Perisic
just
on the
times where you
left-hand
just
side.
can't.
Croatia. England have dropped back. Everyone back in the defensive.
They've nearly
third.
scored, Croatia, you see.
Yeah, Pickford made a good save.
And now he has Mateo Kovacic through the middle.
But again, Croatia at the moment they're having one of these spells of possession. So you know what that means.
Yeah, I know.
That we'll concede.
It disappears, and it is a free kick to England.
My daughter will not get to bed with a wife, like she'll not go upstairs with her. I was
John Stones had to come across and clear up the danger.
Isn't it strange, yeah? It's weird.
Again got in behind Nico O'Reilly.
I mean, I'm honoured, of course I am.
Incredibly well too.
But there's times where it can be a bit inconvenient.
Yeah.
I'm not going to bed when there's 10 minutes left, 15 minutes left of an England game.
Yeah, you've probably just seen that on the replay there. Pickford save.
Is the official attendance. As Croatia make another change, and Nikola Vlasic is coming on.
We need that fourth, Rob.
We do.
Because this will finish 3-3. I'm telling you now. If we don't get that fourth, it's 3-3. People in the chat say, "Cabby, don't be so negative." But I'm telling you.
And also Kramaric is on as well. Andre Kramaric.
So I can see the tide starting to turn now. I can see England starting to sit back. Croatia starting to get a little bit on top. The chances will start to come.
But he is 34 years old. The number 9, so he will play up front. And Jed Spence on as well.
About to.
Coming on.
About to. It looks like he's getting ready down there.
Did you say this is the hardest match in this group so far, Rob? So far, should I say this for the next 2 games coming up?
Yeah, we've got Ghana and Panama. Ghana might not be as easy as it sounds. They're a half decent team. Panama's
because I'd have to fetch all the stuff. Someone gone to bed.
So Spence comes on. There's a hearty clasp of hands with Thomas Tuchel.
That means Reece James will go in, play that number 6 role. What he's done so well at Chelsea this season. No shape change. I think this is a structure.
Bellingham just come off
throughout the tournament. But Reece James is now the one that goes into that number 6 role and sits alongside Elliot Anderson. And Jed Spence will occupy the right back role. Same shape, different personnel.
So we are going to see Jed Spence at right back then.
Bellingham's had a much better second half, mine, hasn't
he?
Yeah, I think he's just come off.
As you say, Paul, Thomas Tuchel will have been planning that. And he's played there so much, hasn't he, for Chelsea this season. But even so, mildly surprised that Bellingham hasn't seen this match out. But that's probably all part of the plan, isn't it? This rotation and using the squad. He'll feel that he's got to do this at this World Cup. But Croatia coming forward. Ball deflected to the edge of the area. Anderson heads it away. 10 minutes to go. England on course for victory, but the
Jimmy O'Hara's got his head in his hands.
And Croatia have already shown what they're capable of, having twice come from a goal down. Ball out to the left-hand side. Perisic.
Perisic is a great player, mate.
Newly arrived Kramaric gets it under his left.
He is.
So why didn't he just catch that? Why didn't Pickford catch that?
With the shot, but that disappears over the top of the crossbar.
This D Spence
in the last 10 minutes, that's not
just replace Bellingham.
That defensive line, you know, with the
Jason Cundy on Talk Sports just copying
to almost make a third central defender. Marcus Rashford in that left back role, sitting back, sitting deep, inviting pressure, because that's when trouble happens.
Who's he play for, Cabby?
Oh, we're getting a bit dodgy at the back again here. We're mucking about, we're doing silly mistakes at the back. Pickford's passing it out short, and then we're putting an awkward position under pressure. We'll lose the ball, but we're lucky. It came off one of their players who were throwing. Stop screwing about at the back, man, and get it up there. Not against Croatia. You cannot look about against these.
81 goals for England, extending his record. Nico O'Reilly
had a
real chance to score on his first appearance at a World Cup finals, but Livakovic made the save. Those saves have been absolutely vital in making it the match that it is now, and it is still very much alive, even though England are in front.
Go on!
Spence might run onto this.
Oh, keeper's there again!
And Livakovic comes out and makes the save. What an opportunity that was. He was one-on-one.
He's going to get man of the match, this keeper.
James in midfield. He passes it forward. Now here's
Yep.
Rashford for the first time on the left-hand side, but plays it infield.
Stabbed the
to
ball
O'Reilly.
with his foot
What a
straight
chance
at the
for space.
keeper.
It was a wonderful ball from Morgan Rogers.
It was a nice ball.
Pass into the space for Jed Spence to do what we call the third man run. Came from nowhere, got
Oh,
in
what a
behind.
tackle that was.
One-on-one with the goalkeeper. He ends up trying to finish it, sliding in. It's another good save from the Croatian goalkeeper, but a superb ball from Morgan
I didn't
Rogers.
see that far. Yeah.
Rashford takes on Marko Pasalic, doesn't beat him, and then Harry Kane
Go on,
is
England,
picked
keep
up for a
pressing them.
foul. Centre field, Croatia take it.
Tell you what, it's
tightly.
been a good game though, Rob, hasn't it?
Croatia.
The second
Out to
half's
the
been
left-hand side,
improved.
it goes
I
again.
was
Perisic
not
is there. He's got the
impressed with
captain's
England
armband
in
now,
the
by way,
first
after
half.
Modric went off. Then
You
it
know what's
comes
going to happen,
back
don't you, if it's
centrally.
3-3? You know what we're going to say?
Petar Sucic.
Should
Yep.
we put those chances
Now,
away? How many
Mario
times have we been
Pasalic,
saying that with Sunderland over the
then
last
back
10
to
years?
Sucic on the edge of the
Virtually
box,
every
scoops
game.
it into the area. O'Reilly does well. He's able to get his body in the right
Put the
place.
chances away.
And
If you
then
don't put your
Rashford is
chances
now
away,
shielding it in the left back
it
area,
comes
but
back and
Rashford's
bites you on the
pass away
backside.
is giving it back to Shutalo, and then
Spencer plays
Kovacic
for the Spurs.
through to
Oh, he
Kramaric,
plays for the Spuds, does he?
23 yards out. Kovacic again, right-footed pass from him to the right-hand side to Stanisic. Then Marko Pasalic. This is all Croatia now. Their supporters.
So fourth
at
worst
that
team
end
in
of
the Premier
stadium
League,
to
and he's
our
got a
right,
call up for
are trying to
England.
cheer their team on to an
What's
equaliser.
Pickford
Right,
doing?
Pickford comes and collides with Saka, but he got enough on it to clear it. Still Croatia with the ball on the left, waiting for the delivery to come in, which it does now, and is kneed away by Bukayo Saka inside his
Like he's got
penalty
no
area.
hands, he's just not able to catch the
There's an
ball.
element here of England clinging on.
Yeah.
And there's a long way to go. Yeah, that was a good read of the
He's
through ball
maybe
again from
taking
Jordan Pickford, but England do seem to be
taking
getting
tips
deeper
off
and deeper.
Robin
This is not a
Roots, using
situation
his
that they wanna
chest
be
and
in.
his
You do have to
shoulder
suffer.
and all
If
sorts
you're
of
gonna
things
win
to
these
stop the
tournaments and you're gonna
ball.
win games, you're gonna have to
We're getting
suffer at
deeper and
times.
deeper, and you cannot do this against Croatia because what happened last
Nope.
twice in the first half.
Yep.
Is able to volley that away, very nearly
Push
reached
up,
past,
lads, push up.
Perisic. Kovacic finds a position and shoots low, but no power on it. Pickford was just
Pretty
able
weak
to drop
effort that,
down
like
to
no
his
problems
right
for Pickford
and
there. But
field
hey,
it.
we need to push
Yeah,
up,
he had
lads.
to hold on to it though, Jordan.
We need to push up.
Croatian attackers were closing on him. Any mishandling there from Jordan Pickford, and he paid for it. Good concentration.
Gonna be
from the
nervous
England
last few
goalkeeper.
minutes, Rob.
Kovacic from distance.
Oh yeah,
Real
very
power.
much so,
We've seen him
especially
do it
the way
before
they're
in the
playing at
Premier
the
League.
moment.
He's got
Perisic.
the quality.
Perisic is
They've just
couldn't do
sat
anything
back
other than
again, and
steer the ball out of play, so it's a throw into England.
they're just not
So
capable
England
of
3-2 up
absorbing
on
the
Croatia.
pressure.
Already Portugal 1, DR Congo 1. 5 Live in the BBC radio coverage. Listen with a BBC Sounds app or ask your
Come on,
smart
lads, stop
speaker if
mucking
you've
about
got
in
one
the 18-yard
to
box.
play
I hate it
5
when
Live.
teams do this.
2 more commentaries to come
Playing
today.
triangle
The radio
football in the
debate with you
18-yard
for Ghana,
area.
Panama, and then Uzbekistan, Colombia, the last 2 into action at this World Cup. England passing it forward now, up towards Saka, nearer the halfway line. That's probably where England want to see more of him. And then Saka is able to find Rogers. Spence on the chase. Spence leaves it to Saka. Saka takes it on. It's 3 against 1. Across it comes to Rashford.
Get in!
Rashford.
Get in!
Marcus Rashford has surely sealed the opening win.
Get
What
in!
happens? That's what happens when you haven't got Krusty the Clown in the field.
Exactly. Eh?
England soaked up the pressure.
Get in.
And then on the counter-attack, they were all over Croatia. And it's 4-2. And an opening...
And breathe, everyone.
It's a big win for England. That's exactly what they needed. They were sat back, they were soaking up the pressure. It looked like it was going to be a long finish to the game from England, but then they were so quick on the counter-attack. Once again, Morgan Rogers and Jed Spence combining. Bukayo Saka gets the break of the ball and he immediately spots Marcus Rashford completely free and unmarked.
Lovely finish, Rob. Lovely finish.
Yeah, it was.
On his favoured right foot, opens himself up, and once he does that, there's only going to be one end.
And do you know what, right? There's such a roar from the England fans at the minute because of the fact that's tension being released now. That's tension.
Yeah, you can feel the relief down there. You can see it actually in the body language of Thomas Tuchel.
Oh, yeah, Spencer's done well since he's come on.
Just steered it in right foot from an angle
Yeah.
from probably 12, 13 yards out. Wide of
That is a much better second half, though, Rob. I mean, you can't fault England's second half, and I think they've improved at the back as well. They've slightly improved at the back. They had to, mind, didn't they?
Yeah, they were terrible in the first half.
He could have hit the ball first time on his left foot, but he used his left foot. He touched it inside the
Oh, my
unrushing
God.
Croatian defender, which in turn that took him out the game and opened the whole of the goal up for Marcus Rashford. And he calmly stroked it into the bottom left-hand corner.
Got to say, a masterclass from Touche Turtle, Thomas Tuchel, second half. He's completely turned this round. Just jumped in, lads, as the fourth went in. Rashford computer's a bit busy. All right, Pixelovich, good to see you, mate. Hope you're well.
90th cap here tonight for England. And Mark Gay comes on for his first experience of the World Cup. He just missed out, remember, 4 years ago for Qatar, but was a key part of the team. And the expectation was Mark Gay would be in the starting lineup, but not.
This is going to be an epic win against a really good Croatia side, you know.
And actually gets his first touch of the ball just now, and it bounces back to Konza. So 4-2 to England now, and for the first time in this match, England have got a 2-goal cushion.
Still can't get too complacent though, Rob. Be professional.
No. You can sit deep if you need to. Now you can defend, put everyone
2 goal late. It's a bad late to have, even with 3 minutes or so to go. There shouldn't be much additional time to play.
5-6 minutes, I'd say.
Maybe it's not even that, mate.
You know that you're almost getting there. They've got one more hard shift to put in to get these 3 points.
Yeah, 2.5 minutes of the 90 to play, and then, as you probably realise by now, 6 or 7 minutes of added time to play. Spence.
This is a good second half for England.
It's been a lot better than the first half. Yeah. It couldn't have been any worse, to be honest, could it?
I'm pleased for Rashford as well, because he took all that racist stick when he missed that penalty.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, what messages was he getting on? What did he want from his wide players? He was screaming the whole of this second half, because what worked well for them was what do we say, chalk on the boots. They want the white paint on the boots of the wingers, and that's where a lot of England's joy has come from today.
If they do go on to win, by winning this, England's chances of finishing top of the group are much more likely. You would have to say that. I know they've got Ghana and Panama to play, and Ghana could clearly pose problems.
That was a release of anxiety and tension, that, wasn't it?
It was.
I think England can begin to look at that route that would lead them through as group winners. However, Thomas Tuchel won't be doing that. He won't be getting ahead of himself.
You would expect England to win all the games in the group after this. This is by far and away the toughest game in the group, and the manager will want to build momentum.
Yeah, and there was no means certain today. Rogers, I don't think he'll keep that in. No, he can't.
Well, this is a better performance than Southgate, isn't it? It's more attacking.
So the scoreline, England 4.
It's more attacking, isn't it? We're certainly more going forward.
Yeah.
If that was Southgate, he'd have been trying his best hanging on for that 3-2, wouldn't he? Wouldn't have got out of our own half.
No, that's true. That's true.
In the second minute of the second half, that was crucial. That edged England.
That was my lucky dump, says John.
There was an intense period where they did everything but score England. Livakovic with a series of saves, but then late on, in the 85th minute, it was when England just outnumbered Croatia coming forward, and it ended up with Rashford right foot scoring for 4-2.
John, I think England have been excellent offensively. I really have. I think they've been brilliant in the final third going forward. What they've created, the pace that they've shown, the opportunities that they've created, the attempts on goal that they've created. The only issue that Thomas Tuchel has is the defence.
Saka playing the ball across the Croatia penalty.
Tighten the defence up, Rob. We've got a good team this tournament. If we tighten that defence up.
Yep, I would agree. I mean, the midfield is okay. Front line wise, get Crusty the clown off the field. He's a liability. He is.
Do you know what's been the difference second half?
Not
Gordon going off.
Yeah.
I hate to say it, and I ain't saying it because he's an ex-mag. It's changed. Them subs have made the difference.
He did nothing. He did nothing in either half.
I wouldn't start him next game, would you, or what?
Well, no, but I bet Tuchel does.
Thomas Tuchel still looking slightly edgy.
You think I'm being harsh calling our manager Touche Turtle?
Nope. No, because Mr. Blobby got called Mr. Blobby, didn't he? So, so no.
Anderson is there.
Yeah, well, look, second half we do look more composed at the back, like we do. We're passing well. We're passing the ball about well.
England with Harry Kane. Kane's going to play out the full 90 minutes, even though Bellingham and Rice have been substituted.
Little triangles in the air, down towards our goal.
The ref's had a good game today, mind as well, Rob.
He has.
He's kept the goal.
The ref has been quite anonymous, which is a good sign for a referee.
Puts it out of play for a throw-in
Do you know what you mentioned before? I think was it Elton Wells. Who was it that said it on Elton Wellesby? The fact like they're an aging side, this Croatian side. I think it's took a toll. I think it's took a toll second half, mine, hasn't it?
Yeah, it was Baz who said it.
It was Baz.
Baz said it. You know, because they're quite an elderly team.
There's a lot to look forward to going into this tournament.
That they would tire in the second half, and they have.
Pick open Croatia. Yes, they've got the 4, but they certainly could have had a lot more as well.
Marko Pasalic again, left footed ball into the box. That's headed away by James.
No, I totally agree, Carl. The guy is just a dick.
I like John Bell's comment. This will be the hardest game till the semis. This, mind you, I think it's healthy starting the tournament off with tough opposition, don't you?
Well, if you win, yeah.
If you win, well, yeah.
So it ends as 10 competitive matches without conceding for England. So the last goal that they conceded before today in a competitive match,
as much as you can hit them in all at the same time, but
in Helsinki,
it's football fever
in the Nations League
match
there. But both Baturina and Musa on the score sheet.
Some few headaches tomorrow at work, I think.
4-2 the scoreline. And we are now 3 minutes into the 6 of added time.
What's that again, Cabby?
Work.
I'll tell you what, it's great being retired.
Kramaric gets it back, will shoot from distance. That's deflected across the edge of the penalty area.
Somebody asked me the other day if I was enjoying my retirement. I went, don't know, I haven't stopped since I retired.
Rashford. That's his 19th
a large chunk of it was spent dealing with solicitors for moving house, and since we moved house, it's been decorating and more decorating. And I've already started the next bit of decorating. So
free kicks in those type of areas, a long way from their goal. Gives them time to reset, get back in position.
It's a big job, this, though. It's the staircase, including replacing all of the spindles. So
the right-hand side.
Fiddly.
Well, it's fiddly, but in my view, replacing wooden spindles that need painting with metal spindles that are already painted makes life a lot easier.
And that's, if you can make it easier, that's all you want, isn't it?
Yep. I absolutely detest painting spindles.
What a save.
A brilliant block inside the 6-yard
Good stop
box by Harry Kane in its own 6-yard area. Not sure I've ever seen that before. Saka is going to take it downfield. Saka back to Rashford. Rashford couldn't get the ball back onto his right foot, and it was cleared away down into the full-back position, and it's out for a throw into Croatia. And Harry Kane, the great Harry Kane, suddenly turned into a...
No, it was Harry Kane with that. I tell you what. Well, he's had a superb game, Harry Kane. Like Pixelvich, probably the trickiest team to play in the group. Croatia have been fantastic in the past, and I think them and England will go forward. Lads, Sunderland, quick question: what would you like to be our first 4 games in Europe? Oof.
Easy ones.
Easy ones.
We spoke about in the pre-match build-up about him and how vital he is to this England team.
Yeah.
I would like the first game of the season to be at home, but we had the first game of the season at home last season, so I've got a feeling we will be away this year.
From him in that interview yesterday, I did ask him, "You're almost superhuman," which I know Kelly enjoyed, so I've just said.
But what I thought was odd last season was the fact that first game of the season was at home and last game of the season was at home. That was a bit odd.
As Harry Kane gets into position and shoots goalwards, but that is
man of the match for England, Rob. People on the chat, man of the match. Who are you going to go for? I'm giving mine to Harry Kane because I think defensively, second half as well, he's been superb. He's just stopped there. Missed the penalty. He picked himself up for the second, and he got it, and he scored the second.
Bounced out towards the far side.
I would agree. Man of the match overall has got to be their keeper.
You're going with that keeper, yeah?
Yeah, overall, yeah.
Yeah, flag right up at the top where those staircases are.
Could have been a cricket score without that keeper.
Whistle goes, and England have got off to a winning start at the World
Great
Cup.
second half. That was a good second half.
Yeah, much improved second half.
Being involved in a World Cup, a 4-2 win against Croatia. It had a few dicey moments, but it had some very, very good moments as well. 2 goals for Kane, 1 for Bellingham, 1 for Rashford. Croatia twice equalised at 1-1 and 2-2.
Oh, get in. I enjoyed that. I did, to an extent.
Yeah, first half was very worrying because the team were just pants. Second half, they were vastly improved. I think Croatia tired.
They did. But I think you've got to give it a two-share.
Yeah, two-share turtle. Yeah,
his subs, I think, made the difference. He's acting on things where. Cheers, everybody in the chat. Rich, Carl, Simon, Billy, Dak, our good friend, Simon, Devon Mackham in the chat. Good to see you.
it's all right. I'm here, mate.
Here,
and Colin, of course.
Colin,
still
yeah,
there
Colin
somewhere.
is still there somewhere. Right, I'm going to end the stream, Rob. I'm going to go and get a shower. I'm sticky.
I don't blame you, mate. I'll have to take Bounty out for a quick constitutional, and then it'll be bedtime.
Cheers again, mate. I'll be doing another watch along the next. We'll be doing the live on Monday. And
yeah, I've got the live on Monday, and then we'll have the. Is it Ghana the next game?
Yeah,
I think. Yeah,
it is.
Brilliant.
Right.
Super job.
Once again, thanks for your help.
Cheers, everybody. Cheers, Cap.